But the Eagles have some new things coming to them. Dave, we were talking earlier as we go to you. A couple of players coming back tonight. A couple of players suited up that could be back on the field that will be good additions for the Eagles.
Yeah, Raleigh, we've got Diaz, our senior, 2-year senior returning kicker, is back. He is suited up. I'm not sure if he'll see action or not. He was kicking some extra point tries and field goal tries from the end zone in his usual fashion. He was spot on. And then number 2, Andreas Langhorn, is also dressed out. So it's good to see that young man back.
So 2 key additions that could be important coming back as the Eagles start anew here. I think it's just a run. Like we talked, Kelly, they're 3-3 on the year. Forget that. 0-2 in district, forget that. You lost to the 2 powerhouses that everyone is going to sit there and tell you were supposed to lose to them. Hutto has a great football team. Cedar Park has a great football team, and I think that'll be witnessed tonight in that battle back in Cedar Park. Georgetown controls their destiny here. How do the players respond? It's been, as I broadcast Gerald this year, Coach Amos Davidson has said continually, we have talent. Do these guys want to go compete?
Right.
And these Eagles hold it in their hand. They have athletes. Georgetown has athletes. Every school in this district have athletes. How are they going to respond now? Their backs are against the wall. 3 straight losses after 3 straight wins. You talk about polar opposites in a season. You go 3-0, things are on the up and up, and now you're 3-3. And so the challenge is there for these athletes.
Well, and Coach Chuck Griffin a couple of weeks ago decided that he was going to go with the sophomore quarterback, Darson Herman. And Darson's a big kid, and we saw his inexperience in the early games, but it looks like Darson's going to be the guy that he goes with now to carry the rest of the season. 6'3", 215-pound sophomore. We saw some accuracy issues early in the season, but those have gotten a little bit better as the season has gone on. Great runner, patient runner, and that's really the weapon that Darson brings that none of the other quarterbacks that we have on the squad really bring to that. Jordan Oldorp hasn't seen the field in the past couple of weeks, so that's what makes me say it looks like Coach Griffin has chosen to go with Darson for the rest of the season. R.J. Marino is back, came back last week after several weeks out with injuries. It was good to see him back on the field running the ball because he's an absolute fire plug when he's running the ball. Good, strong runner. He's got good runners backing him up, Ryan Eady and Zane Quick, so we can keep the running backs fresh. And that's one of the places that Pflugerville has struggled is on the run game. And this is an opportunity for us to bust that run game out and then open up that passing game with the running game.
Kelly?
Yeah.
We've got Coach Griffin down here.
Go for it, Dave.
Coach Griffin, week 8, and it's deja vu for Eagle Nation. We've been in these shoes before, and it almost feels like we're starting our playoff run now. With the Panthers keeping the ball on the ground with a lot of people running the ball, does that feed right into our Georgetown defense?
Yeah, I think that helps our strength, right? We're pretty good up front. We're doing a good job in our front 7, and we just expect big things out of those guys tonight to run and make tackles.
Awesome. Good luck tonight, Coach. Thank you.
And I appreciate Coach Griffin taking his time out here as the players get warmed up down in the south end zone, getting ready to come out as both teams warming up, getting ready to shoot onto the field. Dave, Coach Griffin said it. Hey, we've got our front 7, and they've got a job to do. Yeah. Like we were talking, Kelly, the players have to respond now.
Right.
They're being fed what they want. A team like Pflugerville that runs the ball and a defense that loves to stop the run.
Well, even in those 2 losses to Hutto and Cedar Park, we saw some flashes of a really good defense out there. You've got Taylor Beal out there, number 37. He's a linebacker, 6 foot, 215-pound senior. He leads the team in tackles, and you'll be calling Taylor's name a lot tonight on that defense. The Cummings brothers, Colby and Connor, they're bookends on that front line. They've done a great job this season of getting up the field, which is what the defensive coaches want. They want those guys to get up the field, and then they've got the big boy there in the middle, Braden Hargroves. He's a 6'2", 250-pound senior nose tackle, and Braden can move a center off the football. It's fun to watch. I love watching the interior line on the defense. In the backfield, you've got John Miranda back there, really solid defensive back. Good tackler. He's got a great nose for the football. Saul De La Rosa is back there along with Taco Williams. And that group of guys, you're going to be calling their names a lot because they pursue the football quickly, very quickly, and they've got a great nose for the football. Every once in a while there have been some tackling issues, but, that's one of those things. Sometimes those missed tackles aren't because you're not a good tackler. It's because the guy you're trying to tackle is a phenomenal athlete.
And now we were talking about it a little bit earlier. you have a defensive line that's stacked with multiple players. You can run them in and out. And so you hope to see that tonight and an opportunity for them to really control the line of scrimmage for the defense here. And the Eagles is go give it everything you've got.
Right.
Because you've got guys to come in and give you a spell and let them give it everything they got. And then you take your turn and you go back in and you get to work.
Well, and they've got 4 games to let it all hang out. There is 0 to lose. It is time. You know, they've played hard in the first 2 district games. It is time to play out of your mind for 4 games, make that playoff push. Because it's like last year. We were in the same position, like David said earlier. We're in the same position we were in last year, and we went 3 deep into the playoffs, 3 rounds deep into the playoffs, and nobody expected that. So we'll see what these kids do.
Here come the Eagles onto the field, coming out of the Blue Eagle tent. Not in our hometown welcome that we get. Usually a lot of things different, controlled here by Pflugerville and the school district. The Eagles come running out in the all-silver uniforms tonight with the silver helmets, the blue lettering, blue stripe on the pants, and so you hope they seniors, this is their opportunity to stand up, to make a stand, to lead this team. Hey, we have nothing to lose. We got 4 games left. Give it everything you got. So before Pflugerville comes out, let's take a quick break, Nathan. Give a shout-out to our sponsors before we come back and get to the kickoff of tonight's game. You're listening to Georgetown Eagle football here on SHN Sports.
Insurance Group is designed to fit your insurance needs. We will help you manage and plan for all your potential risks. As professionals, we assess your needs and offer you a variety of insurance products to choose from. Service, whether it is in response to an insurance claim or general question, is the most important value we offer you. For more information, please visit pigbcs.com.
And now, your hometown Fighting Tigers! Is this what you hear at your school's athletic events? Has school spirit disappeared from your halls? Well, Waterboy Graphics can't fix the depth along the offensive line, but what they can do is give the look of your athletic facilities a boost that will bring the pride back to students, teachers, and fans. Replace the fading 80s mural in the gym with a customized slick series of graphics that scream school pride. In the locker room before the big game on a Friday, surround the team with images of what it means to be a part of that elite team. From the fields to the courts to the hallways, Waterboy Graphics elevates boring facilities to a level that are typical to major universities. We can put graphics on anything. From creative concept to installation, Waterboy Graphics' in-house team is on point. So the next time this happens, and now, your hometown Fighting Tigers! This happens. Waterboy Graphics, making school pride cool again. See everything we do at waterboygraphics.com. That's waterboygraphics.com.
Welcome back to SHN Sports coverage of I was going to go there. Gateway Gator Baseball.
Yeah. That's not it.
Yeah, we are Georgetown Eagle football. We got the coin toss going right now. It looks like Pflugerville won the toss. They've deferred to the second half, so your Eagles will be taking the kickoff. They're going to be receiving the ball from the north end of the field. So they'll start the ball game going north to south or left to right on the radio dial as you see it across your mind's eye there. We're going to try to throw it down to the field for our national anthem. It looks like we've got a choir group, singing group here from Pflugerville that's going to perform our national anthem. And so looks like they're prepping, Kelly, and here we go. So we'll turn it over to the field and our national anthem,
which will be sung by the Pflugerville Panther Choir.
Yeah.
Beautiful job by the chorus here at Pflugerville High School. We come back now for getting ready for the kickoff. About 2 seconds left on the pregame clock. Kelly DeVaul along with Wally Harmon. Doppler Dave down on the sidelines. Nathan Height running the booth for us. And Galen Welnicki up on the stats for us tonight. And what a beautiful night. We can't say it enough. Just a gorgeous night for Friday night football here in Texas. And an opportunity for the Georgetown Eagles just to start the season over. I love what kind of like you hear these college coaches talking about. This week we need to go 1-0. Let's go 1-0. For the Eagles, that's huge because 1-0 can lead to next week and another 1-0 and a push towards a playoff for these seniors and these Eagles.
Yeah, and Coach Griffin has talked about that as well, and that's what he said in the coaches show. He said it in some interviews, and it is. It's time for these seniors to take over the leadership of this team, push this team forward, and get us to that goal that we want of playoffs.
So the Georgetown Eagles, all silver uniforms tonight. Beautiful look for the Eagles with the silver helmets, outlined in all blue with the blue numerals, blue stripes on the pants. Pflugerville comes into the game with white pants, blue jerseys, and a white helmet. And a host of the Panther players donning the pink socks and the pink towels in this month of October for cancer awareness. And so ball will be teed up here by the Panthers, kicking from the 40 on the south end of the field. Number 14 for the Panthers will be kicking off, Jose Zapata. And it's a nice kick down the middle of the field. It'll be fielded about the 10-yard line. He'll take it to the left side to the hash marks. He gets an opening to the 35, 40. He's down the sideline, outside numbers to the sideline, 50, 45, taken down just before the 40 at the 41-yard line. Cade Lachlan, what a great return to open this game and set up the Eagle offense for a great opportunity in their first possession of the ball game.
Dave, he's back from an injury. Is that right?
No, he's back. He's been healthy all year. And I believe the kicker actually had to tackle him.
Yeah, Cade just got a seam there. Blockers did a great job of opening it up. That's how you want to start, and that Eagle sideline is excited.
Beautiful return from the middle of the field, got to the outside hash marks, all to the far side of the field to the numbers, and he found that opening, and he didn't hesitate. Trips right receivers for the Eagles. Shotgun snap, hands it off to the running back right up the middle of the left side. Now he cracks it to the outside, past the 35, up to about the 30. Looks like they'll drag him down just on the 31-yard side. Number 23 on the run. That's going to be Ryan Eady. And it's going to be another first down now for the Eagles. They're going to set the chains. A nice 10-yard run. Three receivers right, one left now for the Eagles. Number 8 is the quarterback, Darson Herman. He'll be in the shotgun with Edie behind him in I formation, about 7 yards deep. Shotgun snap to Herman. He hands it off to Edie right up the middle. Gets about 1 yard up to the 30 where he's hit and taken down. And that'll bring up 2nd and 9 now for the Eagles.
I see number 16 for Georgetown's warming up on the sideline kicking with Diaz as a holder. So it could possibly go either kicker.
Could be Diaz or it could be number 16, Isaac Winan, who has come in and suited up now as one of the possible relief kickers if Diaz is not available. You got two receivers right, one left, tight end to the left. Herman's going to set back. Now he's going to throw it. He's got a receiver. He kind of got held there. No flag on the play. Lachlan, it looked like it was Lachlan looking for the reception. He looked like he got held there by number 21, Roberto Rodriguez. No penalty, so it's an incomplete pass. And that'll bring up 3rd and 9 now for the Eagles.
Yeah, offensive line did a great job of giving Darson a lot of time to throw the football. If he gets that kind of time, then he could be dangerous with those passes. I would suspect we're going to see some short, quick passes from Darson as well.
He takes a shotgun snap, sticks it in the belly of the running back. It looked like number 21, Max Gonzalez, and it's not going to be him. Is that still 23, Edie?
Yeah, it's Edie.
Edie it looked like he stumbled.
Turf Monster got him.
Yeah, Turf Monster got him back to about the line of scrimmage at the 30. No gain, so it's going to be 4th and 9. Now they'll back him up to the 31, so back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th and 10 now for the Eagles from the 31 of Pflugerville. Two receivers right, two receivers left on the far hash mark, the left hash mark for the Eagles. Receiver comes right in motion. Herman's going to take it, roll out to the right, to the hash marks, makes a throw over, almost picked off. Rodriguez for Pflugerville has the ball, hit him in the hands, and he can't hold on. Incomplete pass, and that'll turn the ball over on downs. So after the big kick return by Lachlan, the offense kind of stalls out there, Kelly, and now they get it to Pflugerville.
We've talked about it so many times this year. We've got several young players, a lot of young players out there on the field, and those just we've killed ourselves on some drives, and it's one of those things. Edie gets tripped up on the run and falls down, and now you got 4th down. and he had some room, and it's just been stuff a lot of these games that we've stopped ourselves.
Jalen Reeves appears to be the quarterback for the Panthers. He'll be in the shotgun with a running back on both sides of him, left and right. 2 receivers left and 1 right. Number 10 in motion to the right side on the far right hash. He's going to hand it to number 22, Oakman. Oakman takes it around the outside to the far side of the numbers, and he's finally tackled after a gain of about 3. That'll bring up 2nd and 7 from their own 34-yard line.
Little different look from the defense out there. We've got a 3-4 defense going. We usually run something like a 3-3 stack, 3-3-5 defense, but looks like we're running a 3-4 defense to get ready for this running game that Pflugerville's got.
Pflugerville now has 2 receivers to the left, 2 right, 1 running back offset to the left of Reeves, the quarterback. He's in the shotgun now, man in motion to the left. It's going to be a jet sweep to the left. Number 10, Mosley takes it, tries to get it outside. He's taken down by number 37. There he is, Bill, with a tackle about the 35, 36-yard line. Make it the 37-yard line now for Pflugerville. That's going to bring up a 3rd and about 4 yards to go. And quickly, like we said, Kelly, they're running the ball.
Yeah, Elijah Oakman, number 22 for Pflugerville, had a pretty devastating block to open that up. Just cut his man to the ground, and now Pflugerville's got a 3rd and short.
Reeves takes the shotgun snap. He's going to roll out to the right side. Looks like he's going to pass. And he finally throws it out to the sideline. It's picked off. Dave, I think he did it. Did he pick it off right there?
Oh, so close, but the referee is saying incomplete pass.
Oh, what an opportunity. The defensive back cut in front, read the route better than the receiver. Reeves threw it to him. It just couldn't hold on to it. So an incompletion will bring up 4th down now for the Panthers. So
Taco out there on that corner almost had that pick. And that's what you wanted. We knew they were going to run the ball, and defense did a great job of 3 and out here on that series. So our lack of production on our first series doesn't hurt us.
Panthers line up the punt. Snap is deep. The punter takes it and gets it off. Almost blocked there. It's nice deep punt. Bounces at the 25 to the 20, 15, 10. A big roll for the Panthers all the way down to the 5-yard line. Lachlan lets it go, and it gets a kind Pflugerville roll there all the way down to the 5-yard line. So field position officially flipped after the first 2 possessions of the ball game.
That's one coach is going to tell Lachlan grab that ball. He had an opportunity to because it had a nice, slow, high bounce for him right about chest level. He could have picked that ball up and saved at least 17 yards for the Eagles.
And the south wind was helping him tonight, too. That was a note to self. Pflugerville has a punter.
Yeah, and that was beautiful. It bounced at the 25, and he got a 20-yard roll. He'll take that every time as the punter. So the Eagles will set up 1st and 10 on their own 5-yard line on the right side hash marks. And it looks like Herman is going to be in the shotgun again. Take the snap. He hands it off to the running back. He's up to the 5-7, and he's tackled there after about a 2-yard gain. Looks like Edie getting all the work early for the Eagles. He gets a 2-yard gain. It'll bring up 2nd and 8 now for the Eagles.
We'll see several people in the backfield tonight, but Edie's a good, solid runner. He's a very patient runner, and he did a good job there of turning nothing into a little bit of something.
2 receivers left, 2 right. Herman takes the snap, hands it off to Edie again up the middle. No, Herman keeps it. Outside the 10 to the 15, up to the 19-yard line. And a 1st down, make it the 18-yard line where they're going to mark him. And a Pflugerville Panther is down on the ground. Number 13, Keon Cage, is staying down. It'll bring up a 1st down, though. A nice play. Herman pulled that ball out from Edie and made a great decision there.
Yeah.
And made a nice run up to the 18.
Darson does a great job on that. It's basically an RRPO, run, pass option. But he does a great job with that run. He's so big and physical of a runner, and we see that the kid that's on the ground is the one that stopped him or tried to stop him. But Darson just can be a decimating runner. It's going to be fun to watch this kid grow.
6'3", 215-pound sophomore. It's an impressive stature for a young kid running this offense, and what a great play there. Reminds me a lot of Riesel. Their running back, McClintock, was that big boy, 6'4", 6'5",
right.
About 240, and just hard to bring down. So Keon Cage is up now and being helped off for the Panthers. Hopefully that young man is all right. And they will help him off to the near sideline here and check on him. So we'll keep an eye to see if Cage comes back in the ballgame later. Hopefully he is not hurt too bad. So the Eagles will start at their own 18 now after a 1st down run by Herman. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 18. They're on the right hash mark. Herman in the shotgun. He's got a receiver that comes right set in. He'll hand it off to the running back right up the middle to the 19, 20, maybe the 21. Edie on the carry. Get a gain of 2. They'll stop him at the 20 for a gain of 2. So Edie doing a lot of inside power running right now.
Yeah, he is. And the offensive line is not having as much success early in moving those guys. Trey Flores got a good block and gave Edie something.
Quick snap now to Herman. Hands it off again to Edie to the outside of the 22, 23. Runs over a couple of tacklers and gets it up to the 24-yard line. So that'll bring up third down and about 4 now for the Eagles. And they go quickly, getting ready to take the snap. Little 4-yard run there by Edie.
4th and 4.
Fourth down. I apologize. 4th and 4 now. No, that's not correct. It has to be third down. 3rd and 4. And we have a receiver to the right, 2 to the left. One man's in motion now. Jet sweep. Herman fakes it. He's going to keep it to the left side. Breaks it to the outside of about the 25. He's hit there and driven back and gets it back to the 25. They hesitate on blowing the whistle there.
That takes me back to University of North Carolina wide receiver Bo Corrales. Those days when you couldn't tackle him, it'd take 3 or 4, 6 guys to bring him down. That's what happened with Darcy.
Yeah, Darson's such a big kid, big runner, big strong runner. And I talked to some coaches from an opposing team that played him last year as a freshman, and they knew exactly who he was when he came out on the field for varsity this year.
So the Eagles will come out now on 4th and 3 and punt the ball. Deep to receive the punt. Snap a little low, builds it. Gets the punt off. It's going to be bounce about the 46-yard line of Pflugerville and take a nice eagle roll now. They'll back out of the way and let the Eagles run it down to the 31-yard line. Number 22 there deep for the Panthers. Oakman, he didn't build that one, and a host of Eagles surround it. So a good field position flip there for the Eagles. Having started on their 5, now Pflugerville has to start on their own 31.
Yeah, Georgetown is sticking with that running game, and that's really what you want them to do. They'll start having some success. There's not a lot of depth on the Pflugerville side of on the defense. They're young on both sides of the football, so I think Coach Griffin will stick with that running game until it starts to work.
Panthers have 3 receivers right, 1 left. Reeves in the shotgun with 1 running back set to his left. He's got a man in motion now. Reeves is going to hand it off. Now he keeps it on the run. On the run there by himself. He gets it back to the line of scrimmage and driven back by about 7 or 8 Eagle players there. They didn't have a hard time stopping him.
Be easy to tell you who wasn't there.
Exactly. Great job by the line there. What we're talking about. The line, charge that ball, make the play, and they did a good job. They do give Reeves a 1-yard gain up to the 32-yard line, and that'll bring up 2nd and 9 now for the Panthers.
There's a lot of misdirection in this Panthers offense, and the Eagles are doing a great job of staying home where they need to be and paying attention to their assignments.
3 receivers right, 1 left now. Still on the near side hash mark. Reeves takes a shotgun snap. He'll fake the handoff. He's going to go down the left sideline. He airs it out and overthrows the receiver, number 6, Patrick Onyaye. I can't remember how to pronounce his name. Onyaye. Overthrown there by Reeves. A nice little pass, but he just hung it up a little too far. Good defensive coverage there by number 13 of the Bizzell for the Eagles. Right step for step with Onyaye. And it brings up a long 3rd and 9 now for the Panthers. They stay in the no huddle with Reeves looking over, gathering the play. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left now for the Panthers with the running back offset to the left of Reeves in the shotgun. Wide receiver now goes into motion, 3 receivers right. Reeves is going to pump fake, and now he's going deep. He underthrows the receiver. He makes a change on the play and comes back for it, but can't hold on. And it'll be incomplete. Reeves, I think if he hangs that out, has a better chance of hitting his receiver. He underthrows there. It's incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down in a punting situation for the Panthers.
It seemed like that ball did some strange stuff because Williams didn't know which way Porter didn't know which way that pass was going.
And also he pushed off of Taco Williams there pretty hard.
So the Panthers will now punt after 1-yard gain there, and that's series 3 and out here. Nice punt. Gets away. No flag thrown. Fielded by Lachlan. He'll bring it up to about the 42-yard line. And he's driven back, but he'll start the Eagle possession at the 42-yard line. Kind of surprised, Kelly. Got number 42, I believe it was, Lua Salione. Tried to lay out to block the punt. Laid on the ground. The punter kind of tripped on him. No flag came out. So the Eagles, the beneficiary there of not getting that ticky-tack call there.
Well, I'm kind of surprised we didn't get the flag there. Had 2 officials looking at it, though, so I guess we'll just have to trust them this time.
So with 5:28 left in the first quarter, the Eagles take over for their 3rd possession from their own 41-yard line. 1st and 10. Herman takes the snap, hands it off to Edie. He'll get forward to about the 45-yard line. Edie with a gain of 4 now. Bring up a 2nd and 6.
Pflugerville's really stacking the box against that run. If we'll throw some quick hits on those pass patterns, I think we'll have some success out there because they're isolated right now. They got 2 receivers out there or 3 receivers, 2 defenders.
3 receivers left now. Herman takes a shotgun, gets a pass off to the 50-yard line. It's caught. He's driven back, but he's going to get forward progress up to the 50. A gain of 5 there on the catch. Couldn't see who it was.
That was Cade Laughlin, and he really stretched out for that ball. And, you know, in the beginning of the season, he might have missed that, but he made a lot of effort to catch that ball just a little high.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and 2 now for the Eagles from midfield. They're on the far side hash mark. Herman back in the shotgun. He's got a man running to the left. Laughlin, he hands it to him. Gets outside the 50 to the 45, driven out of bounds. But a flag comes down on the far sideline, Dave. Maybe a holding there on the outside?
It very well could be. There were some guys on the side there that were.
This may go against Pflugerville. One of their defenders threw his hands up. He may have been holding a running back to keep him from getting out.
Well, the referee comes over and he'll signal.
On the offense, number 3.
Holding called on Isaiah Fillmore. So that'll negate the first down by Laughlin on the run, that jet sweep there. And take the Eagles back 10 yards from that spot. So it takes them back to the 44-yard line of Georgetown.
There's a height mismatch out there on Isaiah Fillmore. He's got a little bit of height on the corner, so let's see if they test that.
He's been very physical too.
3rd and 8 for the Eagles. Herman drops back, and he's going to get sacked, and a flag comes out. Sacked back at the 36-yard line, 37-yard line of Georgetown.
Going to have another hold.
So he spent a little too much time waiting for Fillmore to get open.
On the offense, number 67.
He was watching him, and Pflugerville defense, number 17, stayed right with Fillmore that whole time.
Josh Kruger on the stop.
So Josh Kruger sacked Herman, but it's going to be all for he'll get credit for the sack. It's going to take the Eagles back to the 34, and they'll have to punt now on a 4th and 15. 4th and 14 from their own 38-yard line.
Cade Laughlin.
There's some opportunities there for the offense. They're just going to have to see them.
Snap is back. The punt is off. It's a low line driver. Bounces at the 34. Fielded at the 25. And quickly hit there and taken down at the 26-yard line. Great coverage by the Eagles.
Number 23 got to him pretty quick.
So 23 on the tackle. Ryan Eady doing the job there.
It's a good decision by the receiver, Roberto Rodriguez, to scoop that ball up because he just saved Pflugerville about 20 yards with the way that ball was going to roll.
So with 4 minutes and 9 seconds left in the first quarter, Pflugerville will take back over at their own 26-yard line. A good job there. I tell you what, the Eagles got the luck of the punt was a low line driver, but they got a good bounce and good coverage there to keep Rodriguez from advancing it. And that's where the Panthers take over at their own 26-yard line on the right far side hash mark. 2 receivers left, 1 right. It'll be a handoff to the right running back. He comes across to the left side of the hash marks to the outside numbers. Gets past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. But a flag comes in from the near side linesman as they mark the running back down at the 34-yard line. Would have been a nice gain of about 8 yards, but it looks like it's going to be holding. And holding's called on number 58 for the Panthers, Noah De La Torre.
Yeah, he grabbed his guy and just tore him to the ground. Pretty obvious hold. Referees, two referees had their hands on their flag. One threw it and the other just stopped.
That's going to take the Panthers back 10 yards to the 16-yard line and bring up a 1st and 20. So a big penalty there after instead of a gain of 8, now it's a loss of 10 for the Panthers. So the defense for the Eagles has a good opportunity now, Kelly, to hold this Panther defense deep in our offense in their own territory.
Yeah, I'd like to see some pressure brought.
Reeves in the shotgun. He's got a receiver right, 2 left. Fakes the handoff. Now he's going to pass. He got a man in the middle. Ball batted in the air, but not going to be caught. No defensive back could get to it as the ball kind of hung there. But an incomplete pass as Reeves kind of overthrew his receiver and he couldn't haul it in.
Hey, Kelly, did you see Sal De La Rosa playing hacky sack with the ball?
Playing hacky sack with the football. The defensive line did a good job of forcing the quarterback out of the pocket, and he didn't really get his feet set real well, so that's why that pass will float on you like that, and that's dangerous because the tip drill was in effect. Just didn't have anybody close enough.
Reeves, also a sophomore, running the offense here for the Panthers. He's in the shotgun with 2 receivers right, 1 left, tight end offset on the left side. He'll hand it, fake it, and now Reeves is going to keep it, and he gets blasted And unfortunately, it's reminiscent, I don't know, Dave, if you saw that, but of the butt fumble. His own lineman had been pushed back and knocked him down.
It looked like Andres Langhorn got in on that. I couldn't quite tell.
What a tackle there as Reeves upended about the 17-yard line, a gain of 1. That'll bring up third and 19 now.
I know Braden Hargrove was there as well. I didn't see Langhorn, but he very well could have been in there. There's a lot of silver around that.
Yeah.
Third and 19 for the Panthers from their own 17-yard line. Reeves with 2 running backs, one to the right, one to the left. 2 receivers left. He'll take the shotgun. He's going to look. Now he's going to air it out down the sideline, and he can't make the pass to receiver. Number 6 again, Patrick Onya. Just couldn't get to Onye. I heard the overhead guy, the PA guy, Onye, but he couldn't get to the ball. Good coverage there again by Lachlan. And that'll bring up 4th and 19 now for the Panthers.
Just really good tight coverage by Taco Williams on that. He just, and then the wide receiver for Pflugerville just didn't quite get turned around in time.
Yeah, and Reeves not really setting his feet a lot, Kelly, and so that's 2 passes where if he gets it set in a good base, he may have a better pass. The punt is off, but a Pflugerville player hits his own punter and knocks him down. The punt fielded but bobbled at the 43 of Pflugerville, and the Panthers are going to recover. The first turnover of the ball game comes at the 2-minute and 47-second mark of the first quarter as the punt is muffed by the Eagles. And the Panthers pounce on it about the 47-yard line of Pflugerville.
Looked like a little miscommunication between the 2 guys that were back. I think it was Lachlan and Edie.
It looked like De La Rosa, I think. I'm not sure. It may have been Edie. They just didn't fill it cleanly. And the Panthers there on coverage take over now. 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line.
Another one of those self-inflicted wounds.
Exactly right. Here comes Reeves now. He'll take the shotgun snap, and it's a keeper around the left side outside the 50, 45, shoved out of bounds at the 47-yard line of Georgetown.
Just good sportsmanship, too. You know, you see Taylor Bill patting him on the head when he's coming back on the field.
Making the 42 of Georgetown. And that's a nice first down run there for Reeves on the quarterback keeper off to the left side. 3 receivers right for the Panthers, 1 left. Offset running back to his right. Reeves is going to turn it quickly, hit a receiver, and he's taken down quickly behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Saul De La Rosa.
Saul De La Rosa out there, boy. We saw that. That's what we were talking about a little earlier. He's one of those cornerbacks back there that's got, or one of the defensive backs back there that's got some speed and is really good at sniffing out the ball. He sniffed that play, saw it coming from the get-go, started coming in from about 12 yards away and made a nice tackle.
Completion to Mosley, but goes for a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 now for the Panthers with 2 minutes, 10 seconds left in the first half. Penalty flag comes in. It looks like illegal motion. False start there on the Panthers. We'll see what the call is. And it will be a false start, so that's going to back them up 5 more now. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 17 now for the Panthers. So they get all the way down to the 42 of Georgetown, and now they've backed themselves up to about the 49-yard line.
Kelly?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, you know, the defense has now been on the field for a little while. The weather's fine down here, but, you know, you want to establish a nice long drive for Georgetown at some point and let that defense get a break.
Yeah, they if Pflugerville's having the same problems on their offense, a lot of the issues they've had have been self-inflicted. And, man, that just makes coaches crazy.
2 receivers right, 1 left for the Panthers. 2 running backs, 1 offset to each side of Reeves. He'll take the snap, hand it off to the right side running back. Comes across the left side of the 45, now cuts it up to about the 42. Back to the original line of scrimmage, but it's blown dead here, and another flag thrown as number 22, Rodriguez, on the carry, or Eric Oakman. Elijah Oakman for the Panthers.
I think we're going to have an illegal block.
They're checking with the Georgetown sideline real quick.
Holding on the offense, number 58. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot.
So another penalty for the Panthers. And like you said, Kelly, a lot of self-inflicted damage being done on this Panther offense by themselves. Now they go from 2nd and 17, and it's going to be 2nd and 27 as the Eagles accept the penalty and bring it all the way back to the Pflugerville 41-yard line. So 2 big penalties in a row.
You're hoping that our defensive line comes out of this okay because they're getting cut on almost every play.
Reeves in the shotgun with 3 receivers right, 1 left. And the bad snap. Reeves catches it, but he gets hit immediately, taken down by Looked like 41 Valencia?
48.
Number 48. It's going to be Braden Hargrove on the sack.
We talked about Braden before the game, and man, he came back there like he got shot out of a cannon.
And
that's a big boy too.
We have the luxury here on the field to see the replay. I don't know if they're going to play that replay, but some of the plays we might get to see it.
That takes the Panthers all the way back to their own 36-yard line on the sack by Hargrove. And so now it'll bring up a long 3rd and 32 for the Panthers. A timeout is called, I believe, by the Panthers there. Dave, is that right?
Yeah.
I believe so, yes.
So the Panthers burned their first timeout with 1:23 left in the first quarter. Still a nothing score here in the ball game. But you're right, Kelly. The defense has got to get off the field, and the offense for the Eagles has got to sustain a drive to give this defense a chance to just take a break. They've spent a lot of the first quarter on the field.
They're going to have to get that running game going. That's the only way they're going to be able to sustain a drive. And really the short passes that we've seen Herman throw in the past couple of weeks have been what has sustained that running drive. Because those quick outs, those throws behind the line of scrimmage, those are really just an extension of the run game. And that's where Herman's going to start getting his comfort and having some success out there and get a little confidence so that he can try more downfield. Most of the passes tonight have been something downfield, which kind of surprises me.
3rd and 32 for the Panthers. Reeves in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, now 2 receivers left. He'll curl out to the right side. He's pressured, throws back on the screen to the left to Oakman. A tackle gets blocked there. Braden Hargrove gets taken down, but the defense swarms and catches up with Oakman about the 37-yard line of Pflugerville. And so clearly not enough yards there as he only picks up about 1 yard on that whole play. And it brings up 4th and 31 now, so Pflugerville will punt.
Patrick Porter, the running back for Pflugerville, thought he was going to get a blindside block on it. He picked the wrong guy to do it. He thought he was going to just crush Hargrove, but he stopped him. But
got Lachlan and De La Rosa back.
Punt comes into Lachlan. He'll field it at the 35-yard line of Georgetown. Makes a cut. Missed a couple men missed past the 40 up to about the 43-yard line. And so Lachlan doing his job there. Yeah, good starting field position here for the Eagles with 37 seconds left in the first quarter. And here's where we want to see it. Let's take some time now off this clock. Get this offense moving.
Yep.
And give that defense a break.
They're going to have to they're going to have to take chunks at a time, stay patient. And again, I think the success Georgetown can have is in the running game and in those quick throws. We saw on the previous drive, second play, quick throw out to the left side, gained 7 yards, and then we went away from that pattern. But hopefully we'll see that running game and quick throws like that.
Herman takes the shotgun snap, hands it off to the running back, Edie. Across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Make it the 48-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 5 for the Eagles.
You know, Wally Kelly just continually impressed with Edie and his running. He's always getting big chunks of yardage there.
He gets hit early, and he's still going to get 2 or 3 out of it. He's powering forward, doing a great job. As Herman now moves Edie off to his left side. 3 receivers left, 1 right for the Eagles on the near side hash marks. Pass across the middle, and it's behind the receiver who gets hit right away. The ball dropped. Lachlan.
The receiver wanted that one earlier.
Yeah.
Because that middle of the field is where the headhunters stay. And he heard footsteps on that one because he pulled up so he didn't get blasted.
3rd and 5 now from the 48-yard line. Georgetown, Herman backs up, takes the pass, the ball.
Oh, that's got to be pass.
Throws the pass. He's hit immediately as the ball gets to his hands on Edie, number 4, Tony Kucherick. But no pass interference called, and that's going to bring up 4th and 5 now with 2 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Really good coverage on number 4 from Pflugerville there.
Yeah. He timed it really well.
Yeah.
So that's going to bring up 4th and 5, and it looks like the punting team's going to come back on now for the Eagles. Another 3 and out. And that's going to end the first quarter here. There's 2 seconds left on the clock. Snap is deep. Good snap. The punt is away. Nice high punt. Looks like it's going to hit about the 28-yard line. And it takes a Pflugerville bounce and finally killed it at 35. It backed up about 8 yards. And that's where Pflugerville will start with the ball. The second quarter begins after this quick break. It's a 0-0 score after 1 quarter here between the Eagles and the Panthers. We'll take a quick timeout and be back here with more Georgetown Eagle football on SHN Sports.
Royce Electric is a proud supporter of the Georgetown Eagles. Royce Electric also wishes Kaylee Biondo a great year. Go Eagles! Royce Electric, Harker Heights, Texas. Locally owned by Pam and Al Bartschmid, College Street Cottages is proud to offer vacation rentals in beautiful and historic Georgetown, Texas. With premium amenities and comfortably sized spaces, our cottages provide the best accommodations that Georgetown has to offer. All of the remodeled 1940s cottages include complete use of the entire house and yard, fenced backyard with seating, eating area, and a barbecue grill, convenient parking in front, and detached garages. For more information and to book, visit collegestreetcottages.com.
Here for the second quarter of the ball game between the Eagles and the Panthers. The Panthers start with the ball at their own 35-yard line. Reeves takes a shotgun, hands it to, I believe, Oakman, right up the middle to the 40, make it the 41-yard line.
We found
about a gain of 6 yards there on the play, make it 5. They start at the 36 now, and so it'll be 2nd and 5 from the 41.
I think that's Pflugerville's biggest gain on first down, and neither offense has really been able to generate much tonight at all. I'm kind of surprised that Pflugerville's defense is they have come to play tonight as well, and they're doing a great job out there too, but neither offense can get rolling.
2 receivers left, 2 receivers right for the Panthers. Reeves in the shotgun. He'll move Oakman to the left. He'll keep going. It's going to be a little swing pass to Oakman to the 40, and he's hit quickly at the 43 and taken down about the 44-yard line.
That pursuit by Taylor Bill as he high-fives the defensive coordinator on the sideline is just amazing.
Nice little screen pass there by Reeves out to Oakman as he put him in motion, but a quick pursuit there, and the tackle short of the first down. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2 yards to go for the Panthers from their own 44-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 right for the Panthers. One running back offset to the right of Reeves. He'll take the shotgun and roll to the right, pitches to the right, and the running back up to the 45, cuts it back to the 50. He'll be taken down about the 49 of Georgetown, and that's enough for a first down for the Panthers on a nice cutback run. It looked like a little side option out of the shotgun.
Yeah, number 6, Patrick Onyai for Pflugerville, that had a great isolation block out on the edge. It really sprung that for that first down. He did a good job of pushing the defender out towards the sideline, and this is the first real success that Pflugerville's had.
Changing it up there from just your handoff or your quarterback keeper, and you go to the little pitch. Quarterback was hit. Reeves was hit quickly, but he got rid of the ball to Oakman. Now he's got 2 running backs in the backfield. 1 receiver now goes right to left. He's going to hand it off to the right side back, up past the 45 to the 43, down to the 40. Spotted in between the 41 and 42-yard line. So a nice 7-yard gain there for the Panthers. Porter on the carry, number 1. First time for him to carry as Elijah Oakman's been getting a majority of the carries for the Panthers.
Wally, I'll give you the stats for the first quarter after this play, but you can tell the defenses are dominating this game right now.
2nd and 3 now. It's a nice 7-yard gain there by Porter. 2 running backs in the backfield with Reeves. He's going to hand it to Oakman. He's going to go left. He's hit quickly behind the line of scrimmage for a big loss. I think it was
Taylor Bill.
Taylor Bill.
He's had the last 3 tackles.
Man, he's fast. So in the first quarter, from our statistician Galen Welnicki, Pflugerville had 1 first down, 6 rushes for 8 yards, no passing yards, and they were 2 for 7 in the passes, but they didn't gain any yardage off it. Georgetown only had 2 first downs, 10 rushes for 39 yards, 5 yards in the passing game, 1 pass out of 5 completed by not Oldor.
Herman.
Yeah, Herman. Sorry.
Now 3rd and 7 for the Panthers. Reeves in the backfield and takes a shotgun. He drops way back. Looks like a screen. He's going to be hit and taken out for the sack. An Eagle sack there. Braden Hargrove gets through. Reeves dropped back. Kelly, was a deep drop, maybe 8 or 10 yards.
Yeah, it was, and he thought he was going to have time. Georgetown only rushed 3, but the Cummings boys and Hargrove all had a beat on the quarterback. Hargrove got there first, and boy, that was a great defensive stop right there to shut down the little success that Pflugerville's had right there. Now we get the ball back. Now we really need a sustained drive. I'd like about an 8-minute, 20-second drive here.
Pflugerville will punt 4th and 14 from their own 47. The punt is high and short. Looks like it's going to be fielded at the 31-yard line, 32-yard line by Lachlan on a fair catch.
Guys, at that last defensive stop there on third down, shout out to Eagle Nation who showed up really well tonight. They made a lot of noise. Just chanting defense.
So with that 8:15 mark left here in the first half, the Eagles will take over from their own 31-yard line. A great job by Lachlan there. A crowd around him when he fielded that punt on the fair catch. And he holds on to it and gives the offense the ball here.
Georgetown's going to get one of those punts tonight. They've come close. They're going to get one.
2 receivers left, 1 right on the far side hash mark. Herman turns around, hands it off to Edie. He breaks it out to the outside the hash marks to the numbers. And he's taken down past the 35 to the 38-yard line. A nice gain of about 7 yards on the carry.
Now they're going to go tempo.
They're going to move quickly here and get into the offense. Herman in the shotgun. 1 receiver right, 2 left. He's going to hand it to Edie up the middle. He breaks it outside to the numbers. Past the 40 to the 43. Make it the 44. And a first down for the Eagles. Great running by Edie on back-to-back plays.
I like to switch to the quick tempo. They're going to keep that going, try to keep Pflugerville off their heels, not let them be able to substitute. Nice job there by Edie bouncing to the outside, getting a positive yard.
Herman takes the shotgun snap, hands it to Edie right up the middle. He breaks it outside to the 50, 45, 40, misses a tackle there about the 30, 25, runs over a Panther at the 21-yard line before he's taken down. A big run by Edie and another first down.
Good, solid run. All the offensive line stood their guys up, so there wasn't any backside pursuit. Edie made a great run, huge gain. Now we got something going.
First and 10 for the Eagles from the 22 of Pflugerville. Edie takes the handoff, gets back to the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Edie may be breathing through a straw right now.
Kelly, I really like the up-tempo because the points may be at a premium with this game, and you've got to make something happen. This has just been kind of a slow developing game, and they're looking for that opportunity to, burn the clock, because if we're not careful, Pflugerville's going to burn all the clock with their run game.
7 minutes left in the first half. 2nd and 9, a 1-yard gain there by Edie. 2 receivers right, 1 left now. Herman takes the shotgun snap, hands it to Edie around the left side, breaks the tackle past the 20, down to the 15. And he's finally ridden down about the 14-yard line. A gain of 7 there. It'll bring up a short 3rd and 2.
I like how Edie's running the ball, but Darson needs to pull this next one out, sprint around the opposite side.
Yes.
So now 3rd and 2 for the Eagles. Herman takes it, hands it to Edie, back to the 20. And he's hit and stacked up there after he gets to back to the 19 and driven back.
It's the 14.
The 14. Sorry about that.
Ron Edie again.
They're going to spot him at about a yard loss there, back to the 15-yard line. I think you're right. Herman needs to keep one of these, give Edie a breather.
Yeah, because you got a line. There's a mismatch out there on speed because the linebacker is staying at home breaking down. And if he goes flat-footed, man, there's no way he'll catch. No way he'll catch Herman.
The announcer goes, Edie again.
Now a big stacked-up offense. Herman takes a shotgun snap up the middle. He breaks a tackle up past the 10-yard line. Enough for a first down to the 9-yard line of Pflugerville. Nice run by Herman there. A different package we saw there.
Yeah, great push. They had the bigs in there. Brian Hargrove got the push in the middle, but his helmet came off, so he's got to come off for a play. It might not be a bad idea to call a timeout right here so that Hargrove doesn't have to come out.
And Edie tapped out, and Quick came in.
Yeah.
Georgetown's going to take their first time out. Let's go to a quick break and hear from one of our sponsors here on SHN Sports and Georgetown Eagle Football.
Matt Morrow of Gateway Mortgage Group is a proud supporter of Georgetown Eagle football on SHN Sports. As one of the country's largest privately held mortgage companies, you can expect smart solutions to meet nearly any mortgage need. From the right products to great rates and technology that powers it all, you'll find it here. Gateway Mortgage Group, your local residential lender. Borrow from Morrow. Visit them online at borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS number 464148. Locally owned by Pam and Al Bartschmid, College Street Cottages is proud to offer vacation rentals in beautiful and historic Georgetown, Texas. With premium amenities and comfortably sized spaces, our cottages provide the best accommodations that Georgetown has to offer. All of the remodeled 1940s cottages include complete use of the entire house and yard, fenced backyard with seating, eating area, and a barbecue grill, convenient parking in front, and detached garage.
Back at the game, a quick snap by Herman in the shotgun. He hands it to the outback. And he drives it in for a touchdown. The Eagles crack the scoreboard first. Touchdown, Georgetown Eagles.
Quick.
What a quick handoff to Mr. Quick. He steps in for Edie on this series and gets Edie does all the work down the field from the 31 to about the 9, and then Quick gets the touchdown run. And he puts the Eagles up now 6-0. The extra point being tried. Dave, who's kicking for us?
It is going to be number 16, looks like.
It is going to be number 16, Isaac Wienen for the Eagles. He's back for the extra point attempt. Snap is up and down. And the kick is up and good. What a beautiful kick there.
Well handled by Ramos. That's good.
I said earlier in the game, if you remember, it sounded like I knew what I was talking about, that Georgetown would stick with that run game and start trying to wear down that Pflugerville defense, and that's just what they did. I don't think there was a pass play on that.
No, all runs, and Edie, I tell you what, the workhorse there was Edie. Yeah. He did a great job getting the ball from the 31 all the way down to about the 14. Then Herman gets the carry there down to the first down at the 9, and then Quick comes in and polishes it off with the 9-yard touchdown run, and that's where we are. 5 minutes, 46 seconds left in the first half. 7-0, the Eagles lead it. And finally, like you kept saying, Kelly, the running game is going to kick in. It's going to kick in. And right there, that tempo was deadly. The Panthers couldn't handle it.
Yeah, we had a 14-play drive for Edie's got 14 carries for 80 yards now.
Wow.
Went from next to nothing to that in one drive. 34-yard run on one of those plays. And that's what you want, man. You got to keep grinding. I'm glad the coaches stayed with that game plan. They're trying a couple of quick hits here and there. Stop trying to go downfield. Tried a couple of quick hits. And even though those aren't successful, you can't cheat up to stop the run, so it opens up the running game. The offensive line, those big boys up front, we don't call their names a lot because they're kind of ugly, but
but they're grinding.
Oh, they're grinding, man.
Beautiful work on that drive. And like you said, the only thing you'd like to see different, Herman, maybe the occasion, keep that ball, pull it out of the stomach of Edie. But I tell you what, he didn't hesitate. That young man, like you said, Dave, earlier, he's running, and when he touches the ball, he makes a difference.
Yes.
He is pounding that ball.
Yeah, absolutely. Y'all want a quick scoreboard update from around the district? We've got Manor over Conley 14-7 in the first quarter, and it looks like Hutto is leading Cedar Park 7-0 with 11 minutes to go in the second quarter.
So, like we expected, a good ball game there in Cedar Park and a great ball game here in Pflugerville as Georgetown leads it 7-0. The kickoff comes for the Eagles. They kick it down to the far side, about the 23. It's fielded and fumbled, but it's dropped on a fair catch. The new rule in place, the fair catch kills that ball right where they touch it, especially on a fumble. And so it can't be advanced, it can't be turned over.
Timeout. I think this is the first year they've had that rule, because used to if you dropped it, then it was live, but they've done it to protect the players, and they're being somewhat lenient with another rule that's there. If you throw up a fair catch and then run with the football, it's usually a delay of game penalty, but I've seen it happen several times this year and they haven't called it, so I'm assuming it's one of the things that the UIL talked to the referees about in not being real strict on that, since it's a new rule and these kids have been playing by those same rules, NCAA rules.
And all about protecting the players.
Protecting the players.
These athletes, student athletes, are giving their all every Friday night and practice each and every day.
Well, in both these first drives that Pflugerville had and then Georgetown had in this second quarter, something happened, and Pflugerville actually gained some yardage. Now Georgetown had a good long drive, so finally getting some stuff going on offense. I like the tempo of the game because we'll get out of here and get home early tonight.
Yeah.
But I like seeing the points on the board by the Eagles.
So it looked like Georgetown called a timeout right before we kicked off.
Okay, I was about to ask you if you knew what happened. So Georgetown called their second timeout, and so they'll re-kick it from the 40-yard line. The same young man, Wienen, kicks it off. He's going to kick it to the far side again. Fair catch about the 27, 26-yard line made by the Panthers. Where will they spot it now? Looks like about the 28. The official with the ball keeps walking around, and no one's setting the ball for him.
26.
So we're going to go at the 26-yard line now.
Yeah, so
Pflugerville takes over there.
Didn't mean to step on you.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, we it's going to be interesting because now the defense got a little breather and a drive that put the ball in the end zone, so they should be jazzed right now. Watch for our nose tackle and Taylor Beal to just be juiced and ready to go.
They're close enough for maybe our third safety of the season.
from the 26-yard line. Pflugerville takes over, 1st and 10. Reeves takes a shotgun snap, hands it to the running back to the right side. It's going to be Porter again. He drives up to about the 30, make it the 31-yard line where he's met and taken down there after a gain of 5. And there it is, Kelly, Taylor Bill.
Yeah, and he heard something.
Taylor Bill now.
He's not healthy. Limping on that right leg, or his left foot. He's grabbing it.
He got stepped on.
Hoping to shake it off.
Exactly. Big player we need out on the field
Suck
at all
it up,
times.
big boy. Rub some. You can't rub mud on it because it's turf.
2nd and 5 now for the Panthers. 3 receivers left, 1 receiver right. They're in the middle of the field. 1 running back. Reeves is going to take the shotgun snap, pass it out quick to Porter.
Oh.
He breaks the tackle at the 40, up to 45, and pushed out of bounds.
See that holding from up in the booth?
Man, did you hear me? I said there's a hold before. Yeah. And then the ref threw his flag. Patrick Onya out there just absolutely locked on.
Yeah.
And so that'll negate a nice little turnout on the pass there to Porter.
So I thought he might because he's out there on the corner. The corner's got him beat with some size, but he locked on and he almost undressed him.
So a 10-yard penalty there on the hold from the spot. And they're going to take it all the way back to about the 23-yard line.
He threw his hands up like, what, me?
Who, me?
Come on.
Quick update, Hutto now leads Cedar Park 7-3 with 7 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Cedar Park closing it in there, 7-3 now. And they're field goal in the second quarter in the ball game there in Cedar Park. Pflugerville with the ball. It's going to be 2nd and 13 now from their own 23-yard line. Reeves in the shotgun snap. He's going to roll to the right side, pitch it to Oakman. He's going to be taken down quickly for a loss back at the 20, make it maybe the 18-yard line. And what a great play there. Was that Hargrove?
Is that Aiden Valencia?
Aiden Valencia out there.
Aiden Valencia.
That's not a name we've called a lot, boy. He just shot through that gap.
He was on our Eagle Nation coaches show on Wednesday night at Berger University. He had a breakout game last week against Cedar Park. Really had a lot of tackles.
And that's a tackle for a loss there of 5 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 18 now. So it's second time in a row you see the Panthers had an opportunity to be moving up the field, and the Eagles fighting them back. The defense stepping up here, getting that momentum going some more.
I'm glad it's them, not us.
Absolutely. 3rd and 18 now with 4 minutes and 10 seconds left in the half. Reeves takes a shotgun snap, fakes the handoff. Now he's going to tuck it and run up the middle where he's met about the 23 and driven down about the 25-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 7 yards, but bring up a 4th and 11 now for the Panthers.
Colby Cummings came out. Colby's quick. He's not that big of a defensive lineman. He's a little bit smaller weight size than his brother, Connor, on the other side. But I got to coach both those boys in Pop Warner when they were little bitty kids, and they're not little bitty kids anymore.
He'll get a gain of 8 there on the run by Reeves, but that'll bring up 4th and 10. The punt is up and away, a high punt. It's going to bounce at the 44-yard line. It hits somebody. Looks like one of the Panthers.
Yeah,
now the whistles blow. The beanbag was thrown about the 46-yard line of Georgetown. So it looks like it is Georgetown's ball. It hit a Panther, which kills the ball there. And so the Eagles will start. 3 minutes and 22 seconds left in the first half with great field position. And now the momentum. Your offense went and scored. Your defense held and forced a punt. And now the offense back to work.
You got 2 timeouts, and you can stay with the running game. Everything's still in your playbook. 2 timeouts. You can take your time, drain this clock, maybe put some points on the board before you come out next half.
1st and 10. Herman takes a snap from the 47. He's going to hand it to Edie. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage for no gain there.
He's got to keep one of those.
Maybe 1 yard. They're going to mark him to the 48. So a gain of 1 there for Edie. Yeah, and that's what we were talking about after the last series, Kelly.
Yeah.
He's got to pull that out and let Edie get a break, keep the defense honest that he could keep the ball. He'll take the shotgun snap, hand it to Edie to the right side, outside the hash marks to the outside numbers, up past the 50 to the 49, 48 where he's going to fall down. They'll blow him dead there at the 48-yard line of Pflugerville.
You just get the sense that they're really liking, the coaching staff's really liking what they're seeing out of Edie tonight. You know, his fresh legs, and he's running really well.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 from the 48-yard line of Pflugerville. Receiver right goes in motion, hand up the middle to Edie, up past the 45 to the 44. Got to be about a yard short of the first down.
We're fixing to line up the bigs. Snap it to the big boy.
Panther 44.
So it's going to be up to the 44-yard line of Pflugerville.
Tyler Weeks
It's
on
going to bring up
the
4th and 1, and the big old package comes in.
So, guys, keep in mind there's been a couple of times Darson has taken the direct snap. So Pflugerville may want to call a timeout here and talk about this.
And they do. The punt team came on.
Yep.
And so Pflugerville took a timeout. We can take a timeout with them, get a short sponsor break here, and come back with the last 2 minutes and 16 seconds of the first half here on SHN Sports coverage of Georgetown Eagle football.
Now that's the sound of Eagle football. While the Eagles deliver on the field, Extraco delivers off the field. Whether it's opening up a small business, growing your business, retirement, or something simpler, we'll work with you to make it a reality. Let's build some dreams. Tell us your dreams at extracobanks.com. Extraco Banks is a member FDIC.
Back here on SHN Sports coverage of Georgetown Eagle football. 7-0. The Eagles lead the Panthers here in Pflugerville at the field. Beautiful complex here, the Pflugerville ISD field in Pflugerville, Texas. And Dave, still beautiful weather out there on the sidelines?
It is. Let me get you a weather report real quick. It's
Doppler Dave.
Doppler Dave. It is currently 73 degrees, and the wind feels like it slowed down to almost nothing.
Yeah,
the wind is south at 3.
Now the Eagles in the power package. They're going to go for it. Shotgun snap. Herman takes it. He's going to drive up the middle past the 45, 40. Keep pushing. The lineman working down past the 38, 30. Oh, they keep working it. Let's see where they spot him.
I love that.
Lineman scrum.
They did, too. I tell you what, they got him down past the 38, 37-yard line.
Hey, they had Hargrove in there, maybe as a fullback. Did you see that, Kelly?
Yeah, I want to see that on dirt field when it's raining.
Here's a replay, huh?
Everybody dirty.
1st and 10 now for the Eagles from the 37 of Pflugerville. Herman steps back. He's going to pass. He's got Fillmore. Fillmore ducks. Doesn't see the pass.
He ducked.
It hit the defensive back in the hands, and he was surprised by it. The incomplete pass there is Fillmore not ready for the ball from Herman. A nice ball that kind of went right over his head.
Yeah, it went right over his head. He ducked so it wouldn't hit him in the face.
So it'll bring up 2nd and 10 now from the 37 of Pflugerville. Herman with Edie off to his right. 2 receivers left, 2 right. He fakes the pass. Now he'll drop back, and he's going to heave it. Wide receiver wide open. He's going to hit him on the run. Touchdown, Georgetown Eagles. What a beautiful pass by Herman. Who did he hit there, Dave?
Tyler Fithian.
Tyler Fithian gets the touchdown for the Eagles. What a play. The quick pump fake. I don't know if you saw, Kelly.
I did.
Herman gave a quick pump fake like the quick out. Fithian just runs down the sideline and hit in stride for the touchdown. And with 1 minute, 42 seconds left in the first half, the Eagles jump up 13-0, pending this extra point here.
That was the prettiest pass he's thrown this season.
And the kicker back, Isaac Wienen. He gets the extra point off, and it is good. And it's 14-0. The Eagles jump up again now. So 2 possessions in a row, Kelly. The Eagle offense strikes again and leading to the half with a lead here.
That one pass right there is going to open up the running game some more, because now they're going to have to pull the safeties back because that threat's always going to be there. And Darson threw that. That's literally the prettiest pass I've seen him thrown this year. That was a beautiful pass.
And that just, they've been doing the run, like you said, Kelly. And you wanted that run, and it opened up that one little opening there, and there it was. Tyler Fithian, touchdown.
37-yard touchdown pass from Herman to Fithian. And what a great pass there. I tell you what, I'm so impressed by the pump fake. He just gave that little shoulder fake to the quick out after the quick pass on the left side to Fillmore that was incomplete. And that you think the defensive back just bit on that, thinking, hey, it's a quick out, I got to recover. And Fithian never stopped, and he just, I tell you what, you couldn't hit someone better in stride than Herman hit Fithian there, as he just ran it in from about the 7-yard line. In stride for the touchdown.
And that's when Darson's going to have some success. When the small things start working, the bigger things will come. And it all worked out well on these last 2 drives. That run game, short passes, and then it opened up the bomb.
14-0. The Eagles lead the Panthers. 1 minute 42 left in the first half. The ball teed up, and the kickoff is away. Back to the 26-yard line, fielded there by the Panthers. They'll run it back here and met about the 36-yard line, make it the 37-yard line. A big hit ends the return.
25.
Number 25, Thomas Miller returns it for the Panthers. And they'll.
I think it's Caden Wolf.
Caden Wolf for the tackle. Caden Wolf on the tackle. And so the Panthers will start with 1:37 seconds left here in the first half. They'll have the ball at their own 37-yard line. So they've got a nice chunk of change to go to try to get on the board and change the score before half. But now the Panthers do come out with the ball in the second half. So you got to be careful here. The defense needs a hold to not let them get any momentum into the locker room to come out and have the possession to start the second half.
You're having some success covering man, so I think you keep throwing the kitchen sink at him, putting some pressure here and there, changing up that rush.
Reeves takes a shotgun snap. He drops back. Pass across the middle. Well overthrown over Porter's head. No way to catch that one. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10 now. So you see they're gone away from the run here now, Kelly, as Reeves didn't even fake a handoff there. He dropped back immediately and threw the pass, but way over the head of Porter for the Panthers.
Kelly, are you watching Andres Langhorn? I'm trying to understand what he's doing out there. Keep an eye on him. It looks like he's the spy, like he's watching for the run. What do you think?
Yeah, their quarterback's the leading rusher on their team, so I'm sure they're spying him. But he's just not getting his feet set, which is greatly affecting his accuracy.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Reeves takes a snap. He drops back. It's going to be a screen pass. Batted down, almost picked off there. It looked like
big boy.
Braden Hargrove
batted it down. I don't even think he had to jump. He kind of volleyball spiked it down to the turf.
Yeah, he's got that good 6-8-inch vertical leap that the big men have, and just knocked that ball down.
So Reeves passed the screen. You saw it set up, and it looked like it might be pretty fruitful. Unfortunately for the Panthers, Hargrove there for the spike. And it'll bring up 3rd and 10 now from their own 37. 1:28 seconds left in the first half. The defense of Georgetown trying to keep the ball in the Pflugerville end and not let them score here at the end of the half. They're going to snap it and hand it off on the end around. Up to the 40, to the 45. Breaking tackle out past the 50, 45, 40. And he's chopped down at about the 32, 31-yard line of Georgetown. A big run by Patrick Porter. On the kind of the jet sweep there. Came across from the far side, across the near side, took that handoff for a big run down to the 31 of Georgetown.
You said earlier this is what they have to avoid, letting them put points on the board because they get the ball back whenever they come out of halftime. And Georgetown's done a good job stopping that exact same play, but the guy didn't stay home this time.
Reeves hands it off quickly to Porter in the backfield. He's met quickly at the 30-yard line, a gain of 1. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Reeves there. Now they're going back to the run, killing this clock. It's down to 1:06 seconds. And they're just taking their time here. Not a fast pace as Reeves looks to the sideline. They're going through the signals on the side. And so the defense getting a chance to at least catch their breath. On 2nd and 9 here after the 1-yard run by Porter. You're going to have 2 receivers on the right side for the Panthers, 1 left. 2 running backs offset on both sides of Reeves. He'll take the shotgun snap. He drops back 2 yards, fakes it. Now he's going to go deep. He has a receiver open, but incomplete as he overthrows number 10, Ronald Mosley. Overthrown by about a good 4 or 5 yards. So Reeves got some air under it, just a little long, and that's going to bring up a long 3rd and 9 now for the Panthers.
The pattern was there. The play was there. He just couldn't hit his receiver. Not enough air under that one to let him run under it.
And you wonder if the youth plays in here with Reeves being a sophomore. All of his deep passes are a good 2 or 3 yards long.
Well, and he's had silver all over him tonight. So he's got to be a little bit nervous back there whenever he's when that clock goes off in his head, gets to 2 or 3 seconds. He's probably getting a little bit nervous.
Get a little happy feet there. So the Pflugerville now, they're going to take their timeout. Looks like to be their last one of the half. The Eagles still have one in their pocket. 40 seconds left here in the half. 3rd and 9. We'll set it up here. 3rd and 9 from the 30 of Georgetown. Pflugerville has the ball. Trying to get on the board here before halftime. It's a 14-0 lead for your Georgetown Eagles. The defense has stepped up. 2 of the last 3, not counting this possession, the 2 last possessions, the defense has done a great job, and the offense answered back for the defense, rewarded them with an extended drive, kept them off on the sideline, let them get a rest, and the offense just going to work. I think Series 1 has to be Edie's series, and in Series 2 has to go to Herman Fithian, because that 37-yard pass was just phenomenal there from Herman into the hands of Tyler Fithian. And so that's where we sit here with 40 seconds left. And Pflugerville trying to see what to do. 3rd and 9. They've got some time. but they got to get key here to get the first down.
Yeah, it's going to be 4-down territory for Pflugerville here because a little too far probably for a field goal attempt right now. So
yeah, right now we'd be looking at 47 yards. So, yeah,
yep.
You would imagine outside the reach of their kicker, not knowing. They got 2 receivers right, 3 left now. New quarterback in for the Panthers, number 2. He hits Porter on the outside. He gets to the outside about the 20, make it down inside the 20 to the 16-yard line. Number 2, Chance Lucas hits Porter. Lucas, the new quarterback, and that's enough for a first down for the Panthers. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 16 of Georgetown. A nice little change of pace there for the Panthers.
Smart play there by Porter in getting out of bounds. He knew they didn't have any timeouts. He knew he wasn't going to make it to the end zone. If he cuts it back to the middle of the field, they're going to lose some of that time off the clock. So smart, good play by Porter out there to get out of bounds.
Porter with a nice gain. 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line of Georgetown. Chance Lucas, the quarterback. He's going to throw to the right side and outside the reach of the receiver, number 10, Mosley. And it's an incompletion covered there by number 18, Taco Williams. Good coverage there. It would have had to been the perfect pass and a spectacular catch by Mosley. And it didn't work there. Brings up 2nd and 10 now for the Panthers with 31 seconds left in the half.
First time we've called Taco's name tonight, but they've been staying away from him. I'm sure they absolutely know where Taco Williams is on that field.
And great coverage there.
You know, and Kelly, now before the game we were talking about that they don't throw the ball around a whole lot, and now I'm really seeing it live and in person, and that's why they have that strong run game. It's just the accuracy's not quite there.
2 receivers left, 2 rights for the Panthers. Porter in motion across the right. Lucas up the middle. The receiver tried to go reach behind him and catch the ball that was thrown behind him, and he quickly got lit up. Knocks the ball loose for an incomplete pass. Great defense there. Not sure who made the hit. What a big defensive hit there. Brings up 3rd and 10 now for the Panthers after the incompletion. Is that De La Rosa? May have been Saul De La Rosa.
Yeah, his jersey's pulled up.
What a big hit to knock the receiver away from the ball. That'll bring up 3rd and 10 from the 16-yard line.
De La Rosa was the big hitter.
Lucas takes a snap. He's going to throw it up to the end zone. Mosley, Williams, ball up. Player down to the ground without the ball. Incompletion. Taco Williams did a great job, Kelly, there. He watched Mosley the entire time, and when he went up, Williams went up with him. No pass interference, but a great coverage to not let Mosley get the touchdown.
Taco did a great job in not turning his – you usually want him to turn their head around, but the ball was over his head. He just waited for the receiver to go up, went up with him, and knocked it away. Great play by Taco. We've seen that all season.
21 seconds left in the half. Pflugerville now at 4th and 10 from the 16. He's going to take a try at the field goal. The ball will be spotted at the 23-yard line. The snap is backing down. The kick is up. It's going to be short. And Pflugerville misses the field goal, so the defense holds again. What a great job by this Eagle defense with 16 seconds left in the half. They keep the Panthers off the board, and you got to take some pride into halftime there. This defense has done a great job. They bend not break, a constant stopping and making stops, and that field goal there maybe 2 yards short, but nonetheless the Eagles prevail there on the battle.
That's really huge 4th down stop this early in the game. That's big. They don't get points on that drive. They get the ball back, so instead of being down 14-3, 14-7, it's still 14-0, so we'll go to the half with a 2-touchdown lead.
Herman takes the snap and the shotgun in that modified victory formation. They'll just kneel it down there and run the clock out as the final 5 seconds ticks off the clock, and we'll go to half. 14-0, the Georgetown Eagles lead the Pflugerville Panthers. And what a good first half of football for the Eagles. They responded well. Dave, you're down there on the sideline. Thoughts from down there. What's the atmosphere on the sideline?
Oh, it's electric right now. The kids are super excited. The fan base here is super excited. I was going to tell the coach, you've got to be super excited with your defense and offense playing really well on both sides of the ball, and the big hungries up front, making the run game happen and getting some passes. It's a pretty good game so far for Georgetown. Pretty complete game, I think, Kelly.
Yeah, you don't like the slow start so much, but they held Pflugerville out of the end zone, kept them off the scoreboard, and so it's Georgetown's game right now, and if they can keep this up in the second half, then that'll be something really great to build on for the remainder of this season.
So we'll go to halftime with a 14-0 lead for the Georgetown Eagles over the Pflugerville Panthers. Dave, before we send it to halftime, do you have any more scoreboard updates?
Yes, sir. Let me get them for you.
Unfortunately to report, the Astros are currently trailing the Yankees 4-1 in the top of the sixth.
Stop it.
Correa comes up to bat.
Y'all might be able to get them up on your phone a little quicker. Oh, there we go. All right, so we've got Maynard over Conley 14-7, 9:56 remaining in the second quarter, and then Hutto is still leading Cedar Park 10-3, almost to halftime with 54 seconds left.
So 14-7, Maynard leading in the second quarter over Conley, and Hutto with a 7-point lead in the battle at Cedar Park. So we'll take it to halftime here. We'll go to halftime, take a quick break, and send it, I believe, back to the studio for Football Friday, and come back with the second half here of Eagle football on SHN Sports.
Royce Electric is a proud supporter of the Georgetown Eagles. Royce Electric also wishes Kaylee Biondo a great year. Go Eagles! Royce Electric, Harker Heights, Texas.
The most important team member isn't always playing in the game. Sometimes they hold a clipboard on the sideline. A good coach doesn't just call plays. They instill confidence in the individual and help the team overcome adversity. At Frost, we believe that good coaching in your financial life can accomplish the same thing. After all, if we believe in you and you believe in you, anything is possible. Frost. Opt for optimism.
Jimmy Jacobs' reputation for building beautiful custom homes in Central Texas speaks for itself. For over 30 years, he has been behind some of the most successful and sought-after new home developments in Georgetown. Grand Endeavor Homes represents a new era of elegant custom home building. Now joined by his son, Justin Jacobs, Jimmy has launched Grand Endeavor Homes to continue his legacy and reputation for custom homes in Georgetown and the surrounding areas. Visit GrandEndeavorHomes.com for details and directions to the model home. 2019 high school football on SHN Sports is proudly presented by Georgetown Jewelry. Georgetown Jewelry is your trusted local jewelry store, family owned and operated since 2013. Whether you desire a one-of-a-kind custom piece or want to enjoy browsing our inventory of both unique and traditional jewelry and watches, stop by and see us at Georgetown Jewelry. We also specialize in jewelry repair and appraisals. For more information, please visit Georgetown Jewelry, located in the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Georgetown, or online at georgetownjewelry.com. Central Texas High School football on SHN Sports is made possible by Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company. 3 words describe Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company: simple, reliable, and awesome. We support our community. From screen printing and embroidery to promotional products, Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company helps put your brand on your business. Get started on your project today by getting a quick and easy quote online at georgetownshirtcompany.com. If you or your family couldn't work for 6 to 12 months due to a serious illness or major accident, how would that affect you or your family financially? Hi friends, I'm Rob Hipp. I offer products that can help during the tough and unforeseen times. For more information, please call me directly at 512-522-9105. Again, that number is 512-522-9105. The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a proud supporter of Central Texas high school football. The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based, nonprofit 501c3 Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addiction. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel. That light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, please visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
14-3, Wimberley ahead of Bandera, 28-7. Belleville over Giddings, 10-7. Smithville outpacing Brookshire Royal, 16-0. You have LaGrange leading Caldwell, 8-0. Cuero ahead of Llano, 8-0. In this game, Waco Connolly They are ranked the number 1 team in the state in their classification. Mejia playing tightly with them. That game also on SHN Sports is 7-6. Mejia only behind by 1. We had mentioned that Little River Academy was ahead of Cameron Yo earlier. Well, now the Yeomen got back on track. They lead 19-7. Lago Vista, comfortable 3-touchdown lead over Maynard New Tech, 21-0. The final for Malakoff against Dallas A-Plus Academy, it was all Malakoff, 72-0. Rockdale and Troy doing battle this evening. It is Rockdale, the number 5 team ranked in their classification, ahead 14-7. Mason, also state ranked, out in front of Junction, 21-0. San Saba, they had a difficult time against Georgetown earlier this season, but once they start taking on the teams within their district, they have really just dominated. They're ahead of Heiko, 35-0. Thrall and Marlin, another tightly contested game. Currently Thrall's favor, 13-7. Flatonia over Somerville, 7-0. And then this game between the Lions and the Tigers from Bremont and Granger, respectively. Bremont, just a few years ago, they were in the state finals, and I think they're showing why here tonight against Granger. 28-7, our current score. So for all of you that are at halftime here on SHN Sports, I was hoping to have these fantastic graphics all set up for you, but, ran a little bit behind with time. There's so much going on here in Week 8. Must-win games for a lot of teams here tonight just because, that placing for the playoffs is starting to add up. And everybody trying to at least possibly make their way to the big dance. And, once you get in there, you just never know what could happen. Speaking from experience, came from a really good team one year, and we were hosting. Game got rained out on a Friday night. We elected to play a Saturday morning game, which we had never done as a varsity team player while I was in high school. So a Saturday morning varsity game to make up for a rainout, and we lost. I think that was one of the best teams I've ever played on. We lost in the first round of district play. I've seen games end in weirder ways where I was part of a team that was only down 7-6 because we muffed the field goal because the holder pulled a Tony Romo, unfortunately. And that was before Tony Romo was even Tony Romo. That's how old I am. But now that I'm kind of sitting here reminiscing about old high school stories, you just never know what can happen in the playoffs. Unfortunately, I've been on the bad end of it more so than on the good end. But, I've been on teams that are really well put together. You think everything's going to go right, and then you hit the playoffs, and everything just kind of takes a turn in a downward spiral, and you just never know how it's going to pan out. But what I'm saying is that maybe one of these teams that are kind of one of the dark horses, a little underrated coming into the contest as they get ready for the playoffs, if they barely squeak in, maybe that's the team that has the biggest run out of all the teams. I know Westlake, about, I want to say 2-3 years ago, they barely squeaked into the playoffs. They didn't look like they were going to be a strong contender, and all of a sudden, they were in the state final. Granted, they lost to Galena Park North Shore that year, but they made it all the way to the state final. I'm not sure that every team is capable about it, but there's always that possibility. So again, just because your team isn't there just quite yet, there's still a couple of games to go in the season. If they can get things turned around and maybe get some favors from one of those teams that might be outpacing them when it comes to the standings in whatever respective district it may be, there's always a chance that you can just sneak in, and then you have that nice long run. I think your goal should always be to at least play after Thanksgiving. That's always fun, having to play during the Thanksgiving break. And if you can make it to the week before Christmas, even better. So we're still at halftime with a lot of our games here. I know that you all are kind enough to check in with us here at the Georgetown Jewelry Studio in Georgetown, Texas. I'm Justin Simmons, The Smash. You can follow me on Twitter at The Smash Simmons or on Instagram. I think you guys would enjoy it. I'm always at some sporting event. And don't forget, you can follow us here at SHN Sports on Twitter. Use that hashtag SHN Football Friday. Snap a photo if you happen to be at the game or you know somebody at the game. Have them send one over to us on our Twitter. We'll pull it up. We'll use it. Put it on the background. I'll get this all changed up as well. And, we can kind of share the instances of how we're going about this whole Friday night, because honestly, it's just me here in a studio talking to all you fine people. And I'm here to interact with you, and hopefully, you'll interact with me. But as we have mentioned before, many of these games, it's kind of weird how that stacks up for us here on SHN Sports. It seems that all of our games kind of hit that 7 p.m. start time, and then we are already at the half. And we still have plenty of other games that get the 7:30 start time. And I plead sometimes with, especially districts like 13-6A. Now that I think about it, I would hope that 13-6A would decide to change their start time from 7 p.m. And I understand it gets the people home a little earlier, but it also makes it way more difficult to get to the game on time. If they would just push it back to 7:30 and kind of line it up with the rest of the teams here in Central Texas, I think that would be rather nice, and really would cut down on travel time and having to sit in traffic and not have to rush home so quickly. I know many of you already either take work off on Friday, either cut out of work early, maybe take a long lunch and don't return. I think I'm guilty of all those things to cover a couple of games, that's for sure. But I can only imagine if you're some of those diehards, like the big boosters, that you'll do anything to get to that game on time. I think a 7:30 start time would sound mighty fine. I think many of you would agree with that. Again, I'm appreciative that you can stop by here at the Georgetown Jewelry Studios. I'm going to work on those graphics here. That way you can kind of get an idea of how those scores are looking around the Central Texas area on our Grand Endeavor home scoreboard update. And a lot of these games now at halftime: Round Rock 21, Stony Point 14, Vista Ridge over Cedar Ridge at 27-14. Temple just got into the second quarter of play. They still lead Ellison 28-0. Vandergrift goes to the half with a 21-10 lead over Westwood. Hayes consolidated over Kyle Lehman 27-0. We're still waiting an update from Austin, Westlake, and Del Valle, but Westlake leads 12-3. And then Anderson High and Austin High. This is something that the Maroons have done all year long. Now, the Maroons, in their district, they might not make the playoffs. Let's just be honest. They haven't had the best of times in district play, but they're a team that can score in bunches. And it's 28-14. Anderson, they have won the games that they have needed to win this season. They look poised to make the playoffs in their district, but, and I say but because Austin High can put the points up. If Anderson High falters with an offensive series, expect Austin High to counter to take advantage of that mistake. And this game, give it a few more minutes, I think maybe the Maroons are possibly either tied or ahead. I've seen stranger things, but it's just they're at home, they're at House Park, and I think they might come out with a strong second half. It just seems they only need that one big play. Austin Travis and Northeast Early High is still at 0-0. Seguin now over McCallum 21-0 in the second quarter of play. Pflugerville Connolly. I'm not laughing to make fun of them. I'm just laughing because sometimes when things are just so bad, all you can do is sit there and laugh. And I'm not making fun of them again. It's just because their season has been so tough. You think about teams that find ways to win. These kids, unfortunately, just had the worst luck when it comes to trying to find those ways to win. Either the other team comes back from behind at the very last instance, they have a fumble late in the game that cost them. But there have been many instances this season where they probably should have had a win. They did pull off a victory earlier in the year, but they haven't had much more of a success to speak of. But they were able to come back and tie Manor 14-14 as they get ready to go into the half. Marble Falls in Bastrop at the half. It's 27-14 Marble Falls. You have Pflugerville Wise and Bastrop. Those people still listening to us on SHN Sports, in case you aren't following along that game. 7-0 Wise. Cedar Creek trying to get back to their winning ways, as they had a hot start this season, kind of cooled down during district play, where it's been a bit of a roller coaster ride, to say the least. Brenham and Elgin now at halftime, 7-0 Brenham. Canyon Lake is still a leading Burnett by 1. is 7-6. Fredericksburg puts another touchdown on the board here in the second quarter of play, 14-0 over the Ducks of Taylor. Liberty Hill finally on the board, but Lampasas still outpacing them as it's 17-7 in favor of Lampasas, the number 3 team in the state. Waco La Vega now at half with Stephenville, where La Vega, the Pirates, lead 14-3. Wimberley just all over Bandera here this evening, 35-7, and they're not even at the half just yet. Giddings and Belleville. Giddings has been playing some good football this year. Not many people have been talking about them, but the more we follow them, the more success that we have seen from them. They are ahead of Belleville, 14-10. Smithville leads Brookshire Royal 16-0. LaGrange still pitching the shutout against Caldwell, 15-0. Llano and Cuero having a difficult year this year after winning the state championship last year. They were leading this game, now behind 14-8. Waco Connolly, the number 1 ranked team in that division, still ahead of Mejia, but it's 14-6. Mejia just staying strong. Cameron Yo outpacing Little River Academy, 19-7. Lago Vista opening up that lead against Maynard New Tech. It's still 35-0. Rockdale and Troy coming back as the Trojans tie it up, 21-21. Mason all over Junction, 28-0. And Sound Saba, they are having an easy night against Heiko this evening, 43-0. I would expect a running clock in the second half of play. Flatonia over Somerville, 15-0. And then Thrall and Marlin. Marlin, haven't heard much from them in recent years, but they're staying close in this contest as Thrall just ahead, 25-14. And then Bremont, well, the Lions of Granger, they're going to have to make some adjustments in the second half as they are behind 28-7. So again, a pleasant evening that you can join us here on SHN Football Friday. Little one-man band here this evening. Well, just checking on things as I'm hearing from some of the crews out there, and again, this is kind of like I have like a whole setup. I kind of feel like Neil Peart from Rush, but without the drums. I just have like a slew of computers that I'm trying to use all at once, and even with all this information and all this technology, it doesn't necessarily mean that I can get it all running correctly at the same time. But it has been exciting as we have been able to bring to you this show. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can get a hold of one of our crews out there. Kind of give us a better idea of what is going on, what they have seen, what we haven't seen. I know right now the Georgetown band is performing at the moment. I'll see if I can connect the call. You guys are watching all my mistakes live, so it's even worse. Try not to be self-conscious. But I would be interested to hear what Wally Harmon has to say about Doppler Dave England. Let me see. I'm waiting to see if this call will actually come through. That's the benefits and some of the realities of live television. I'm waiting to see if this call will actually come through. But I'm still waiting to hear from Dave. It's just one of those one of those moments in time where, unfortunately, I have nothing I can cut to you all. I mean, just here in the studio, kind of giving you an update of some of the scores that are happening around the area. And again, it's kind of hard for me to work on all those graphics all at the same time. You would just see me kind of just telling you things as I was going. But all of our games at the half, and they will be finishing up around 10 p.m. here tonight. Let's see if we can find what's going on over in Mejia. All right. Well, let's go ahead and just take a listen to how things are going over in Mejia as Connolly leads 14-6. And again, thank you for joining me here this evening on SHN Football Friday. From Dave. It's just one of those one of those moments in time where, unfortunately, I have nothing I can cut to you all. I mean, just here in the studio, kind of giving you an update of some of the scores that are happening around the area. And again,
if you're looking up, that ball's in your hands, Miller.
All at the same
time.
And
that was an errant pass from the quarterback, and the receiver wasn't able to bring it in.
And that was Cooper pressuring him once again.
Yeah, and right here, if 10's going to be in the backfield, you got to bring pressure at him because you know he's going to look to try to throw the ball. And they bring 10 out, and looks like they're going to go back to their normal offensive set.
You know there's got to be some kind of trick play here with 10 seconds left. I mean, they're going to do something.
And they go back to the swinging gate, and Mejia runs all of their defensive linemen out. And you know all they're going to do is they're going to snap it and give it to Sunday.
Listen to how things are going over in Mejia.
Or lead, and then he tries to throw it. Oh!
Oh, Sunday takes a big hit from Cooper there.
Yeah. And they tried to run a little trick play out the swinging gate and throw it over the top. And the defender was able to get his hands up. Looked like Terrell Kennedy get his hands up and deflect the ball. And as they were going for it, Cooper gave Sunday a good shot before he could try to bring that tip ball in.
Looks like Conley's going to take a timeout. If you're looking up, that ball's in your hands, Miller.
Yeah, and that was an errant pass from the quarterback. Trying to let their guys catch their breath, and they're going to try to draw something up for the last play of the half. Yeah, and right we'll have a third down, and 10's going to be be in the backfield. And 10 from the Mejia 39-yard line when we come out of this timeout. You know, and it looked like Conley was trying to run the ball, and Mejia was stacking them up. Then they got the big pass play, but the Mejia defense has done a good job on this possession right now of not allowing them to keep driving it down.
All they're going to do is they're going to snap it and give it to Sunday. Conley kind of stalled their own.
Or lead, and then he tries to throw it. Oh!
Again, it's just trying to get everything started this evening. My apologies about that, as I was unable to get that to you all cleanly. I don't understand what happened. It seemed like it was going to be simple enough to transition over to that broadcast. Let me try again.
Welcome back to SHN Sports coverage of Georgetown Eagle football. I'm Wally Harmon along with Kelly DeBall. Up here in the booth, Nathan Height running the programs, and the infamous Galen Wilnicki on stats for us. And down on the sideline, the ever-important Doppler Dave working the sidelines for us tonight. Kelly,
one of our second responders whom we love.
Absolutely.
You knew that was coming.
Yeah, that's coming.
I haven't gotten that on the air this season, I don't think.
So come back to the second. Getting ready. The Pflugerville band finishing up here at halftime. The 14-0 lead for your Georgetown Eagles. And we're going to go to Kelly here. He's got the first half stats for tonight's ballgame.
So first downs in the first half, Georgetown had 7. Pflugerville had 3. In rush yards, Georgetown rushed the ball 23 times for 119 yards. Pflugerville rushed 16 times for 61 yards. Georgetown had 42 passing yards. Pflugerville had 30. Georgetown was 2 of 7 in the passing game with no interceptions. Pflugerville was 4 of 15 with no interceptions as well. Total 32 plays for 161 yards for the Eagles, 31 plays, 91 yards total for Pflugerville in the first half. Georgetown fumbled the ball, lost it once. Pflugerville had no fumbles, lost on one fumble. 2 penalties for 20 yards against the Eagles, 3 for 25 against Pflugerville. Pflugerville had 3 punts, averaging 33 yards. Pflugerville had 6 punts for averaging 29.8 yards. Herman was had 5 rushes for 21 yards. Edie had 17 rushes for 89 yards, and Quick had 1 rush for 9 yards. On the Pflugerville side of the football, Oakman had carried the ball 6 times for 38 yards. Reeves ran the ball 6 times for 7 yards, and Lucas ran the ball 3 times for 13 yards. Herman in the pass game was 2 of 7, no interceptions for 47 yards. Lucas was 1 for 4, 27 yards, and Reeves was 3 for 11 for 3 yards. No interceptions by either of the Panthers quarterbacks. Lachlan was 1 for 5, and Fithian 1 for 37 yards. Lachlan had 1 catch for 5 yards, and Fithian had 1 for 37. Leading receivers on the Pflugerville side were Oakman, 2 catches for 3 yards, and Horton had 1 for 27 yards. So that's our first half stats. Georgetown kind of dominating a little bit. Pflugerville had some success late in the first half with their offense, but the Eagles were able to come down, shut them down on 4th down, down in just outside the red zone.
I've got Coach right here.
All right, go with
for
it.
Dave.
Coach, you've got to be really pleased with it. I feel like it's more of a complete game tonight. Your defense is playing lights out as usual. The offense is running the ball and opening up the pass. Give us your thoughts.
Yeah, we're doing some really good stuff. We still got to do some things on offense a little bit better. I had a big special teams play, so that's what I've challenged them on. Just play a complete game, all 3 phases of the game. Get out there and do your job, and let's go get a big W.
Awesome. Go get him, Coach.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
And you love it, Dave. It's more to do on the offense, but I think we saw that late there in that second quarter. They had the big drive from the 31-yard line all the way down where Edie just went crazy, and then Quick polishes it off with that 9-yard touchdown run, and then they turn around on that next possession and have that beautiful 37-yard touchdown pass from Herman to Fithian, and so there's more to be done there. The passing game, not super effective, but enough. You had to like some of it because it kept them off balance for Pflugerville.
Right.
That mixing that up. Herman maybe keeping a couple of times here and there to take the pressure off Edie and to keep the defense honest for Pflugerville. But you can't complain. A 14-0 lead coming into the second half.
We'll take it. And again, you want a little quicker start, but hey, we've got 14 on the board. We're leading in most statistical categories. Hey, Dave, did you see Alex Mahana fall?
Yeah. Emily just came up to me. She said, "Yeah, number 67 fell coming out of the tunnel again."
Yeah, he did, man.
Is that his number, 67?
67, yeah, Alex Mahana.
Was that the same one that fell coming off the sideline earlier?
I don't know, man. That poor guy, he's going to take a ribbon over this, and the good thing is I'm pointing it out so people can go back on YouTube.
Hey, let's give a shout-out to our offensive line and Alex Thiel and the big heavies up front, but also Vicky Thiel. She's out of town taking care of some loved ones and some health issues, and I saw Pete Thiel, our Booster Club president, before the game. He said, give her a shout-out. So hello, Vicky. Glad you're listening to the game tonight.
Love having the fans listen all across the country. It's wonderful that SHN Sports does that for these student athletes and gives them the opportunity for family members to tune in and listen, especially in cases like that where Vicky has to be away from her family to tend to other family members. And so great having her listen in tonight and to this Georgetown Eagle football team. So the Eagles will be kicking off from the north end of the field. They'll be going left to right the third quarter here as they get ready to kick it off.
Hey, Dave, former Eagle Jack Schneeman's listening to us on YouTube. Hey, Jack, how's it going, buddy?
Outstanding.
And the kickoff fielded at the 24-yard line of Pflugerville by number 4. That's going to be Tony Katurik, and he'll run it about a gain of about 6 or 7 yards. Let's see where they shoved him out of bounds. Looks like it'll be the 33-yard line. So with 11:58, just 2 seconds off the clock, Pflugerville is going to start the second half from their own 33-yard line, trailing 14-0 to your Georgetown Eagles. And now let's see, do the seniors, do they lead the way? Do the defense step back up and put more pressure on this Panther defense? It looks like Lucas is going to be the quarterback here for the Panthers. He'll take the handoff, or the snap, hand it to Oakman. He goes around the right side to the right far hashes. and he'll get a gain of about 5 yards up to the 38-yard line.
That looked a lot like the plays they've been running in the first half, but a little wrinkle was the running back took it, stopped, and went back the other way and had some success with a 5-yard gain on first down. But that's one of those situations where the defense has to stay at home.
Kind of a little counter run. He took it and then cut back immediately to the right side. Now Lucas, the empty backfield. He's got 2 receivers right, 1 in motion to the left to the 3 receivers. He's going to hand it off on the jet sweep. He's going to hit quickly there at the 39, taken down after a gain of 1, maybe 2. They'll spot him at the 40 as he falls forward. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 3 here for the Panthers at the 40-yard line.
Guess who? Taylor Beal.
Taylor Beal stepping up there with a big stop and putting shocking on the stat.
Absolutely stunned. Taylor needs to play some football, man. Golly.
And now they go again. Empty backfield. Now Oakman will join Lucas. Lucas calling it out. He's got 3 receivers to the right.
I thought they were going to direct snap at the 22.
And now Porter's going to come into the backfield. So now they go from an empty backfield
Better hurry.
down to 3 on the play clock. The snap is away with 1 second. He'll hand it to Oakman. He cuts back to the right, up past the 40 to the 42, 43. Bound to be real close. It looks like he gets right to the marker. And they're going to give him the first down at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, they marked the right foot, not the left.
And it's a first down now on the run by Oakman. And the second time we see it in the 3 plays, Kelly, the counter. He hands it. Oakman steps to the left and then cuts back to the right and gets the 3 yards for the first down. Lucas in the backfield by himself now. 3 receivers left, 2 right for the Panthers in the center of the field at the 44-yard line is where they're going to spot him now. Porter takes the handoff on the jet sweep to the right, past the 45, hurdles the tackler up to the 50, 45, cut down there. What an athletic play there by Porter as he hurdled the Georgetown tackler.
All for naught.
All for naught as 2 flags come down.
That was like a physical therapy session. There was tons of holding. And there's another one. That's going to be a personal foul. He said something to the ref, and the ref did not like that at all.
He picked up that 1 flag that's already on the ground and threw it 30 feet in the air.
Do it again, looking right at him. That was Elijah Oakman. He's going to get the personal foul.
And now he's over talking to the coaches on the near sideline as the referees huddle up about a 45-yard line over on the far hash marks.
It's going to be about 25 yards of penalties.
Because you got 1 during the play, they'll take that 10-yard holding penalty to combat the big run by Porter. But then after the play, you're going to get the 15-yarder. So there's the holding. After the play, dead ball, personal foul on the Panthers. Another 15 yards tacked on. So instead of a first down, self-inflicted, Kelly. We talked about that. It happened. Both the teams kind of had it in the first half, but the Panthers continued. We kept seeing it more from them, and here you had a first down by a nice run by Porter, and now that's killed by 35 yards worth of penalties.
So don't they normally throw the hat after their pockets are empty?
Well, he likes that yellow flag.
You get that 30 yards in the air, 30 feet in the air.
Man, that second flag took away from my physical therapy comment. I'm so disappointed.
Now it is first and Round Rock.
That's about They're going to get to Kelly Reeve Stadium for the first down. Is about the chance they have here as it goes to. They've got it marked first and 38 on the board. I think it's further than that. And it's going to be a first down from the 15-yard line. So they go from the 44 back to the 15 on 2 penalties there. So first and forever for the Panthers, and now they're going to line it up. Moving a lot of motion around now as Mosley goes to the right side. So you're going to have 3 receivers set to the right. They're on the far side hash mark. Lucas, the quarterback, in the shotgun now. Here we come, more motion as Mosley comes to the left, and now you have 4 receivers to the left. Now 81 in motion, 3 seconds.
Lots of confusion.
And there is a lot of, exactly, Dave. I was about to say that.
Nobody knew what they were doing on the Pflugerville side of the field out there. It's a lot of confusion. I don't know if it's the new quarterback in the game, Kelly.
Yeah, it makes you wonder with Lucas. You had him out there trying to give directions, and you had 3 different receivers running back and forth, right and left. Number 81, and then let's see who that was. Donald Springs, and then Mosley back and forth. And so it got down to 2 seconds on the play clock. So Pflugerville forced to burn a timeout to avoid a first and 43 with another penalty. And so at 9:41 left into the third quarter. And I think the defense has to take credit. They got to feel good right now as they're going to tell you they drew the hold, and then someone ran their mouth, and so they even got the benefit of that. And so they give back a first and 38 now and challenge is on for them.
Right here's where you tell that front three to pin their ears back and go to the football, man.
And you got to think, you got to put pressure on Lucas here.
I think
he came in that last possession, and now he's the new quarterback. Go put pressure on him.
I think Twins and Hargrove up front right now.
I think H should have given Connor and Colby some raw meat and some nails.
And you're going to have the jet sweep right to left, but Lucas is going to keep it up past the 15 to the 20, up to about the 22-yard line. A nice little keeper there by Lucas on the fake jet sweep as Porter came across in motion. So he'll get back about 7 yards there. It'll bring up 2nd and 31 now for the Panthers from the 22-yard line. As Lucas keeps it, they're going to the split. No running backs. Lucas is all by himself in the backfield. 2 receivers right, 3 receivers left for the Panthers from the 22-yard line. Now, motion now will come to the left. You had 2 in motion at the same time. They're going to hand it to Porter on the sweep to the right. Up to the 25. He stops, cuts back out. Now he's trapped and driven back. They're going to spot him up to the 27-yard line. I didn't think he ever made it past the 25.
No, he took himself back.
Big credit from number 35. He was being blocked, and he got off his block and came around and made that tackle. Very impressive, number 35 there for Georgetown.
Connor Cummings making a great play there, getting off his block. Generous spot there for Porter.
Yeah, he took his own self back. That wasn't getting driven back. He chose to go back, they gave him 3 yards.
He cut, and I didn't think he ever made it to the 25. And they gave him the 27. It'll bring up 3rd and 26 from their own 27-yard line. 2 running backs in the backfield with Lucas. He's going to roll to the left to the near hash. He's going to throw on the run. Interception at the 42-yard line by the Eagles. Taco Williams.
Nice.
And I tell you what, Taco Williams was set up like the pass was coming to him no matter what.
Give him the belt.
And I tell you what, he makes the interception about the 42. And he gets it back to about the 36-yard line, maybe the 37. See where they spot him. They're going to spot him down at the 38-yard line, and that's where Georgetown will take over at their first possession of the second half.
Yeah, Pflugerville seems to have come out from halftime a little unhinged. I mean, they were just completely lost on several of those plays.
A nice interception by Taco Williams gives the Georgetown Eagles great field position at the 38 of Pflugerville. Herman takes the snap. He's going to come around the end and run over a defensive player. Number 9, Anthony Onya got run over about the 35-yard line.
You want to throw a flag for an illegal block in the back, but it was the ball carrier Herman hitting number 9 in the back and just driving him out of bounds. That was Baskin Robbins awesome, like 31 flavors of awesome.
Herman takes a shotgun snap. He's going to hand it to the running back. I believe it's Edie, and he gets hit quickly behind the line of scrimmage, about a 2-yard loss back to the 37-yard line.
I'm telling you, if Herman will fake that handoff, because on that previous run he didn't fake the handoff. He just took the ball, designed run. But if he'll fake that handoff, it's going to be open for him, and that'll keep that from happening.
And you got to wonder if Coach Griffin has given him that option. Hey, you can decide, pull it, go, hand it off, let it be. But Georgetown comes back now 3rd and 9 after the 2-yard loss. Herman takes a shotgun, quick outside pass. Got to be up past the 35 to the 34 on the completion there. It's going to bring up a 4th down and about 5 yards, make it 6 yards for the Eagles.
So real quick from the sideline, we got number 49 warming up with kicking.
So now number 49,
Isaiah
Ruiz. And now the Eagles are going to go for it from their own from the Pflugerville 33-yard line. Herman takes the shotgun snap. He's going to throw. Looks like he's got a little swing route. Nope, he's going to hit looks like
that's a late hit.
Not sure who he hit on that screen pass, but a great look.
That was smash mouth football, gentlemen, right in front of me at the 20-yard line. Tyler Fithian did not back down, hit him right in the face.
Was that Edie that caught that, Dave?
It was Fithian, I believe.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
He's going to get up. Get all the way to the 19-yard line of Pflugerville for a first down. Herman takes a snap, and he keeps it right up the middle. Now cuts to the right side. Up past the 20, now down to about the 16-yard line. And that's where they'll have the ball after a gain of 3 there from the 19 to the 16 on the keeper by Herman. A lot of movement here in this possession for the Eagles. Receivers switching sides. You'll go to 2 receivers left, 1 right. 2 running backs. Now number 80 is going to move to the tight end set. A man in motion from the left. They jump.
There you go.
There's going to be the flag. They're going to call it short. I was like you, Dave. I thought a free play was coming. Throw it up to the end zone, but they blew it dead as contact was made by the defense jumping off sides. So it'll be a free 5 yards from the 16. They'll move it down to the 11, and that'll bring up a short 2nd and 2 for the Eagles. Second and 2 now. Herman will take the shotgun snap with 2 receivers left, 1 right. 4 receivers in motion. Herman's going to run to the left side, bootleg. He passes it just outside the reach of, I guess,
Bradford.
Bradford.
Just a little too much juice on it.
So Brandon Bradford just overthrown a little bit. That'll bring up 3rd and 2 now with 6 minutes, 1 second left in the third quarter. The Eagles leading 14-0 and knocking on the door at the Pflugerville 11, trying to put some points up early here on their first possession of the second half.
Yeah, and that first possession came from the interception.
Shotgun snap. Herman's going to pull it. He's going to keep it up the middle, down past the 5, driving past the 3.
Rumble, big boy.
All the way down to the 2-yard line. And right there, Herman fakes on that jet sweep, keeps it, and right up the middle for the first down. Now it's 1st and goal from the 2.
He had a guy hanging on his legs, and he stiff arms the other guy that was trying to tackle him. That was fascinating.
I love it.
Herman now is going to hand it up. No, fakes it right up the middle. Untouched, unscathed for a Georgetown Eagle touchdown.
I said I wanted to see him run the football more.
Oh, and he
there
heard you.
There you go.
I think he heard you, Kelly. Darson Herman with a touchdown run, a 2-yard plunge. Untouched. What a great fake on that jet sweep. They get that motion going, and that defense is having to be respectful of it, and they can't overcommit.
Well, and that's what we were saying. He handed the ball off so many times, that was going to be open, and it was a great run. 2 runs there by Darson.
A lot of movement up front as they're trying the extra point. They're going to blow it dead.
False start on the soccer player.
False start.
Football player, right?
Yeah. Football.
A 5-yard penalty there. That'll back it up from the 3 to the 8. Now the extra point will come from about the 15-yard line, so it'll be a 25-yard attempt. David, what number is that kicking this time? Is it Ruiz that we were talking about?
No, I believe it's number 16 kicking again.
Okay, so Isaac Wienen back again from the 15-yard line, a 25-yard extra point attempt. The kick is up, plenty of leg and through the middle, and it's good.
And a flag.
And a flag comes in, and a whistle's being blown. I didn't see if someone jumped over the center there, but that came from the back judge. Right behind the defensive line.
The flag runners had to re-hitch. Reload. Run, boys. It's good.
So now they're looking to the sideline to see if they, I would assume they'll accept it, a penalty like this, they'll accept it on the kickoff.
It was personal foul leaping.
Yep. So jumping over the line, which is illegal. That'll be a 15-yard penalty.
You can jump straight up, just not over the line.
And so 56 got caught there. The penalty will be thrown, taken on the kickoff. So now Pflugerville should be kicking from Georgetown should be kicking from the 45-yard line of Pflugerville with the 15-yard penalty if it's taken here on the kickoff. But 21-0, the Eagles lead it with 5:43 left in the third, and the offense doesn't slow down, Kelly. They come in, and they get the turnover there by Taco Williams. They start at the 38-yard line of Pflugerville, and they waste no time on the 2-yard touchdown run by Darson Herman.
I'd onside kick this sucker.
You know, we talk about that. Gerald had this situation a couple of about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and they got against them, and they had a penalty. And sure enough, an onside kick was conducted, and sure enough, I can't remember who it was, and they went and got it. And it's a perfect opportunity. Yeah. You're kicking these little floaters to the 30-yard line anyway. From the 45-yard line, the best they're going to do is get to 35 if you just fall on it. And so take the chance.
Stephenville did it to us on the opening kickoff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, onside kicked it. We were not expecting it.
You know, they're huddling for an extended amount of time. Wally, Kelly, y'all are probably onto something. And if I see 49 in the huddle there, he may be kicking us, getting some instructions from coaches, so they may be
Oh, and their coach, the Pflugerville coaches are going, hey, watch over here.
Yeah, you scoot up, you scoot up, you scoot up.
Over here, boys.
Yeah.
So now you have about 8 players within a 10-yard block.
It looks like he's setting up players on the electric football field like we used to have back in the day.
And you're going to flip the switch, yeah. And so from the 35 to about the 29, there's 8 Pflugerville Panthers and only 3 deep from the 20 back to the about the 8.
So with the new kicker, he forgot the tee, and he's got to adjust his uniform, got to strap it on. He's kind of out of sorts. He's trying to figure out football.
Hey, I want to say hi to a couple people listening on YouTube. We got Jack Ward and Cohen Ward listening in. Thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate you guys. Jack Schneeman's listening in. So we appreciate you guys joining us.
Here comes the kickoff. Laughlin's going to kick it. It bounces. That gets away about the 29.
Hey,
But the Panthers fall on it there. They're going to mark him at the 28 on the far side, 29 on the near side. Let's see where they spot the ball. But Pflugerville falls on it for the possession. They'll take over 1st and 10.
Kelly, as good as our defense is playing, it doesn't hurt. You've still got them pinned pretty good.
Well, that's where that Pooch kid's been going all day.
Yeah.
So 5 minutes, 43 seconds left here in the third quarter. Pflugerville takes over for their second possession of the second half at their own 29-yard line. Lucas, the quarterback, back in. 1 receiver right, 2 left. They go from the far side hash mark. He's going to take the ball, put it in the belly of the receiver across his left side. Mosley, he's going to take it outside the 30, across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A nice gain there from the 29, a 7-yard gain for Mosley. And to bring up a 2nd and 3 now for the Panthers.
Well, you see Brandon Hargrove come from the opposite side of the line to come over in pursuit and make that tackle. It's a good tackle out there. It's a good gain, but he's going to keep that clock running. Now it's cramp.
We got a Pflugerville Panther down here on the near side, about the 37, 38-yard line.
I think that's their running back, number 22 maybe.
Oakman, Elijah Oakman.
Looks like he's cramping in his cramping.
We're going to go with a cramp as they're stretching out his right leg.
In his calf.
Oakman has been the workhorse in the running back position so far tonight. Porter with a couple of carries here and there, and Lucas a couple of keepers, Reeves a couple of keepers. But Oakman's been getting the majority of the handoff carries. He'll come out of the ball game here now. He'll set up 2nd and 3 from the 36-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 left. 2 running backs offset of Lucas. He'll hand it to Porter. Porter cuts back to the right side. He's met, skips out of a tackle, leaps over another tackle. I tell you what, that Porter is a very athletic young man.
Yeah.
He's a big kid, a big running back. That senior, he makes another leap, but gets cut down there about the 38-yard line to bring him up short about a yard of the first down, and now Porter goes down.
So Wally Kelly, I was talking to Frank Miranda earlier in the game, earlier at halftime, and talking about it's good to see Miranda getting those plays, and Miranda was the first one to grab his shoelaces there as he tried to jump over Miranda, but he said that it's very possible that that spy, like I was talking about Langhorne, that's allowing Miranda to play back deeper, and they bring up Langhorne up to watch that quarterback.
Patrick Porter, let's help
Looks
him
like
off the field.
looks like Porter cramping up it as well, Kelly, as he kind of limps off with some assistance from one of the student trainers, grabbing that left leg.
Kind of surprising with the weather like it is.
Yeah, heat not a factor tonight. It's just a beautiful, clear night here in Pflugerville for high school football.
Can't get any better than this.
Yeah, we're just absolutely drill him right in the guts.
Mosley paid for that 1-yard gain. He will be sore in the morning. That was a big hit, and Mosley, he immediately left his feet and went to his back, and what a great play. Unfortunately, the forward progress marked there for the first down. Pflugerville 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Lucas offset 2 running backs, 1 to the left, 1 to the right. 2 receivers right. Mosley now is going to be in motion. He's coming around the backside. They're going to hand it off to the right side running back. He goes right up the middle past the 40 to about the 42. Mark him down, give him the 43-yard line. So it'll be a gain of 4 yards. Bring up a 2nd and 6 here for the Panthers.
Valencia on that tackle.
Valencia with another tackle.
I think Pflugerville has seen that we've gone back to that 3-3 set as well, and they've abandoned their pass game on this drive, and they're having some success. Not on this drive.
They handed the ball off there. I think it's to Guzman. 24 is in at the running back. Now Lucas, he's going to heave it down the left side, and it's up and, in and out of the hands of the receiver. Great pass there by Lucas.
Yeah, it was there.
Right through the hands of the receiver. It looked like Mosley just couldn't hang on to it as he kind of laid out for it.
And Bazell was the other wide receiver that was going for it, because that ball was looked like it was just hung up in the air, and Bazell looked like this is an opportunity to get that ball, and he was diving for it too, looked like.
Yeah, it was a great play by Bazell, about a step behind Mosley, but Mosley couldn't hang on to the ball, so it brings up a 3rd and 6 from the 43-yard line after the incompletion from Lucas. But one thing there, Kelly, that pass from Lucas a lot closer than the ones we saw from Reeves downfield earlier.
Yeah, it was on target.
Now kind of a messed up play there in the backfield. Lucas looked like he was trying to hand it off, no one around when he stuck it out, so he pulls it back, throws downfield to number 6, Patrick Onya, but it is not anywhere close to him, so it's an incompletion. That brings up 4th and 6, and it looks like the Panthers are going to be punting.
You know what I think's happened with some of Pflugerville? I think they made some adjustments and started running some new plays that they weren't used to, and it kind of confused because they're very young on offense, and I think that's been part of the confusion now that we're seeing a little bit different play calling, scheming in this half.
Panthers are going to be punting from their 43-yard line. Snap is back, and it's blocked. Oh, a beautiful block.
That's got to be hitting the kicker.
And the ball is
No, he
fielded.
got the ball.
Running back from the 40 to the 30. Down, and he's going to be marked down about the 28, 29-yard line for the Panthers. The punter down after the block. And so I'm not sure what the flag is for, Kelly. We were talking to Dave when you said that.
He pretty much tackled the. Unfortunately, he was coming across the field, following the line, and the punter went right up and following his progression, and basically ended up our Georgetown kid. It looked like he just completely tackled the kicker.
No, he got the ball, so it's not the hit on the kicker that they threw the flag on. I think there's a block in the back or something that they threw on the return because the referee ran his hands across the top of his fingers, indicating that he got a piece of the ball, so running into the kicker is out of the picture.
There was a little scrap back there by the 50 that Taylor Bill went over there real quick and picked up our Georgetown kid and drug him off the field to make sure we don't get another flag.
Yeah, it could be that.
Yeah, the punter took a shot, no
he got
doubt.
drilled.
But two of the officials immediately signaled the block, so the punter is at that point exposed to the contact, and unfortunately he is down right now, being tended to by 3 or 4 of the student trainers.
I told you they were going to get one.
That's it. I just watched the fan stand replay down here on the sideline. It's not good, guys. That's definitely going against Georgetown.
So
he took out the kicker pretty bad.
Was it after the punt?
No, he pretty much he got the kicker.
Well, if he touched the ball, then he can hit the kicker.
I don't know that he touched the ball. He came across his leg.
Yeah, the referee said he did.
Okay.
Yeah, the signal given by 2 of the referees right in the middle of the field, Kelly, both signaled that the ball was tipped, which exposes that kicker then to any contact because the ball had been blocked.
Okay.
But I'm like you, though. Where is that flag? There had to be something either downfield.
Yeah, there was something up the field. It was where that flag came from. Because
I hope that kid's okay. That was a tough hit he had, unfortunately.
Show him your appreciation.
So the punter now up and walking off on his own power, but very gingerly.
During the return, holding.
All right, so a holding.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
yeah, spot foul, so that's going to cost us about 30 yards.
And that's it's disappointing there. You hate to see a hold in something like that after a big block. Yeah, Kelly called it early. We're going to get to a punt. The punt block was close every time. And so they finally got one, but the holding is going to set it back. So Georgetown will take over at their 40-yard line with 3:34 left here in the third quarter. Herman takes the shotgun snap, just takes off to the left side, outside the hash marks to the numbers, up to the 45, 48. He's going to break free.
Lost the ball, fumbled out of bounds.
The ball, it looked like, it's funny. I looked up and saw Herman's back towards the end zone, going back upfield.
Yeah,
and so
started going after that football.
Very fortunate there.
So the ball fumbled out of bounds, 2 yards, about a yard short of the first down. So it's going to get a 9-yard gain there by Herman. So it'll be 2nd and 1.
Big boys rumbling now.
Herman will take the shotgun snap. He fakes the handoff. He's going to heave it down the sideline. Lays it up. The receiver goes up and gets it. But he can't hold on. I think it was 50 in there.
That was Corey Coleman against number 17 for Pflugerville. And 17, really good coverage. It happened right in front of me. He got his hands up right at the right time to knock that ball out of Corey Coleman's hands. Otherwise, Corey would have had it.
That's the first time he's been targeted tonight, I believe.
Yeah.
In a nice play, he went up to get it, but good defense there. Brings up a 3rd and 1 now from the 49-yard line of Georgetown. 3 receivers right now. He's going to hand the ball off to Edie. Edie's going to take it, runs past the guy at the 50 into Pflugerville territory, down about the 47, and that's enough for another first down for the Georgetown Eagles.
Good, strong run by Edie. He gets so low to the ground. He's so hard to stop on first contact, and you see oftentimes, especially whenever it's somebody in the secondary, they start getting driven back.
Shotgun snap. Herman's going to take it and keep it around the right end, outside the hash marks to the numbers. And he's hit about the 45, 44-yard line, driven out of bounds. They're going to keep the clock running. A nice hit there by number 18, Daryl Jones. He came up and put a lick on Herman. after he had kind of got bottled up. But he still gets a gain of about 3 yards down to the 44-yard line of Pflugerville. That'll bring up 2nd and 7 for the Eagles. Quickly to the line, 3 receivers left. Shotgun, Herman takes a snap, hands it to Edie, up the middle of the right hash marks. He breaks free, down past the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, written down at the 4, 3, 2. Wow, what a powerful run by Edie. He gets stopped at the 1-yard line. And now a scrum at the back at the 42.
We got somebody lost their helmet.
Number 13.
Somebody getting kicked out of this football game.
Keon Cage for Pflugerville, and I didn't see the player for Georgetown.
88.
88. That's going to be Cade Lachlan. They get rumbled up into a fight there.
Okay, our Georgetown coaching staff is telling the kids to get back to the end zone because this is going against Pflugerville, it looks like. That's what they're anticipating here as the band is making a lot of noise behind us, having fun.
I wonder if they're going to toss this kid. He was punching.
They got to call this flag, though, too, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be 1st and goal, it looks like. As the ball.
That's more like conduct. Defense, number 13. After the play, that's more like conduct. Offense, number 88. Look at those fouls will offset. It would be 18 first.
So offsetting 13 and 88.
So Keon Cage and Cade Lachlan both given unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. They're first. And it'll negate the penalties after the play. So Edie gets credit for the 43-yard run down to the 40 after the 1. So it's going to be 1st and goal from the 1. And the clock will be started. 2:19 left in the 3rd quarter. Herman in the shotgun, 2 receivers left, 1 right. He'll hand the ball to Edie right up the middle. He takes
there
a
you go.
defensive man and carries him into the end zone for the touchdown. 1-yard run for Edie. And another Georgetown Eagle touchdown. And that moves the score to 27-0. And a great job by the offense there, Kelly, to just get in, take the ball after that block, and unfortunately the hold, and drive it down quickly and score again.
Yeah, it was a great drive right there. That's a dagger drive for as little as Pflugerville's been able to do on defense.
So now the extra point is going to be tried again. Snap is back and down. The kick is up through the uprights and good.
16 with the kick.
You got to give credit. That young man, Isaac Wienen, coming in, and he's made all 4 extra points, and they have been no doubters. He's got plenty of leg behind that kick.
Dave, we got to get that kid on the coach's show.
Yeah, that'd be great.
He steps in and makes it a 28-0 lead for your Georgetown Eagles with 2 minutes and 2 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And a great performance by the offense. You hate to see that kind of action going on, Kelly.
Yeah.
Between Cage and Lachlan. But luckily, no one kicked out of the game. I kind of thought, like you said, someone's getting kicked out. There were some punches thrown, but nothing done there. And so those players have been warned. But Cage, now that answers our question, Cage went down early in the ball game. He obviously is back in the ball game because he was involved there in the scrum. And so now the Georgetown Eagles will get set to kick it off again from their own 40-yard line, leading the ball game 28-0. Dave, see if you can have an opportunity to try to check the scores from the other district ball games that we can.
We'll do. I'll have it for you in just a second.
At halftime, I believe both games were at a tie.
They were. They tied them up 14 all.
Hey, Dave, is RJ on the sideline tonight?
Yes, he is. I think they're still going to hold off, probably just give him a little bit more rest. I don't anticipate seeing him with 16 doing just fine tonight.
Yeah.
I think there's no panic right now in our kicking game. I think everything's starting to kind of come together. It feels good.
So Wienen back for the kickoff. He's going to kick a high pooch kick. Fielded about the 29 as a fair catch by the Panthers.
All right, so with 9:39 remaining in the 3rd quarter over there in Manor is beating Conley 28-14, and over there at Gupton Stadium in Cedar Park with 5:39 in the 3rd quarter, it's 13-13. I think that must be a mistake because it was 14-14. Or no, it was 10-10, so a couple of field goals. It was 10-10 at the half, so a couple of field goals. They're still knotted up there at Gupton, Hutto, and Cedar Park.
Panthers take over on their own 28-yard line. Reeves back at the quarterback. He'll hand it off to Oakman around the outside the hash marks to the numbers. Cuts it around the 30 to the 35, trips, but keeps running. Taken out of bounds after he gets past the 40 to the 42-yard line. A nice run there from the 28 up to the 42 by Oakman. Back in after the cramping he was experiencing a little bit earlier. And a first down for the Panthers.
The referees have done a nice job. We were kind of complaining last week, but the referees have done a nice job of, A, keeping control of this game, and B, they've let these kids play. There was a hold that probably could have been called right there, but it's a good no call.
First and 10 from the 42. Reeves with two receivers left, one right. He'll take the snap and bring it out on a sweep to the left. He's a quarterback keeper outside the numbers to the 50, 45, where he's taken out of bounds by number 20, Saul De La Rosa. But Reeves on a good run. He's going to get all the way down to the 45 of Georgetown, and then another first down for the Panthers.
That quarterback owes dinner or something to his running back, because he had a linebacker, had a bead on him, and he got in his way. So I wouldn't call it a block.
It's a different quarterback back in there.
Yeah. Reeves back at a quarterback for the Panthers. He'll take the snap, hand it to Oakman right up the middle. He's quickly hit and drugged down behind the line of scrimmage for a 1-yard loss. I believe that's going to be the young man Hargrove.
Yep.
Number 48, Braden Hargrove, with another tackle for a loss. That'll bring up 2nd and 11 now on a nice little tackle there. That run up the middle. So you see their runs out to the outside right now seem to be more productive. Right up the middle, Oakman loses one.
Got to keep them honest in the middle. Sorry, I didn't mean to step on you there, but Braden's 6'2", 250, so that's a lot hanging on you when you're a quarterback.
Reeves in the shotgun. He's going to take it, hand it to Oakman, back around the right side. He's hit about the 46-yard line, make it the 44. Taken down quickly there after a gain of about 3.
It's a Valencia-Beal combo there.
Valencia and Bill, both of those names becoming more and more called here in the second half. Bill all game long, but Valencia doing a great job here, stepping up with some good tackles. A gain of 2. Now it's 3rd and 9. Down to the 44-yard line of Georgetown on the run by Oakman.
Much improved tackling this week.
Yes.
Much improved. This is the best tackling I've seen since the first game.
And you know, Kelly, I was thinking they just faced 2 top teams in the state.
Yeah.
Those high-power offenses, and now our defense is tuned up. They're good.
Yep.
So a good focus during the week then by the coaching staff to make sure tackling was a point of emphasis, and it's paid off. They're doing a great job tonight. Hargrove all over the place. Bill doing a great job. Valencia making some big tackles. And Pflugerville's going to let the clock run out here to the end of the third quarter now. 28-0. The Eagles lead it after 3 quarters. So we're going to take a quick timeout, hit some of our sponsors, and come back with the fourth quarter here in Pflugerville with your Eagles leading 28-0 on SHN Sports.
Now that's the sound of Eagle football. While the Eagles deliver on the field, Extraco delivers off the field. Whether it's opening up a small business, growing your business, retirement, or something simpler, we'll work with you to make it a reality. Let's build some dreams. Tell us your dreams at extracobanks.com. Extraco Banks is a member FDIC.
3rd and 9. The Panthers take the snap on the 44-yard line of Georgetown. Fake pass and now a handoff, a little cutback run by the Panthers. But it's going to be short of the first down. He gets down to about the 38-yard line where they're going to mark him down after a 6-yard gain. For the Panthers, it's going to bring up 4th and 3 now. So they're going to go. At this point, you see Pflugerville, every possession's coming down to fourth down. You got to go for it.
Yeah, you got to now. They got to have points on the board.
28-0. The Eagles lead it here in the fourth quarter. 11:30 on the clock and running. Reeves with a receiver right, one receiver left. And it's going to be a timeout. Coming out of the quarter break, it was kind of funny, Kelly. We left for the quarter break, and they came back quickly. It seemed like take a full break, and then they have to call a timeout. So a wasted timeout here for the Panthers as they come back from the quarter break and not prepared, out of sync again. It's the second time we've seen it in this half already.
The junior running back Guzman was confused about where he was supposed to line up. That play clock was running down, so they took the timeout, which you're going to get the football after this possession. You're going to get the football maybe 3 more times, maybe, if Georgetown has some quick drives.
If we keep running the ball.
Yeah, if we keep running the ball, they'll get it back once or twice.
We're up 28-0. I think they'll just keep Georgetown keep the ball on the ground, do what we did in the second half against Hutto, and the Edie and Herman combo there.
And you wonder if you're going to see Quick come in after that nice run there to spell Edie. Give him a break. Edie's had a great night running the ball, especially after that long 43-yard run down to the 1-yard line. Gets rewarded with a touchdown. He's well over 100 yards tonight. So we got 4th and 3 for the Panthers at the 38-yard line of Georgetown. Reeves in the shotgun. He's going to take the snap and go to the left side. He's out to the 40. Cuts it up to the 35. Taking down 30. Making a 28-yard line, 29-yard line. He'll be spotted. And that's enough for a first down for the Panthers. A nice little run there by by Reeves.
Big hold out there on that left side. Dave, it looked like a tackle from me. To me. Did you see it?
Taylor Beal caught up to him, and Matt Anderson landed on him last. But they got a hold of him a couple times. But Coach Pat is being very vocal down there on the sideline.
1st and 10 from the 29 of Georgetown. He's going to stick it to the belly of Mosley across the right side, down to the 25. Breaks off a hit, keeps running. But then he is smashed into the sidelines. A nice hit there by 37, Taylor Bell. He took a lick into Mosley about the 22-yard line. Nice little gain, but now a Panther down on the field, and he is clutching that ankle, writhing in pain. It's obvious not a cramp there. He grabbed that ankle quickly, Kelly.
He did. Taylor came over and patted 22 on the helmet after that hit at the sideline. But I can't see who that is on the ground.
They got the athletic trainers out there checking on the Panther player down on the field. He is laying about the 26-yard line, and he hasn't done much moving. They're looking at that right ankle area.
Yeah, on that play, we saw some of the tackle issues that they had earlier. They've been tackling really, really well tonight, and they just didn't on that play.
It's a 7-yard gain by Mosley on that jet sweep. They like running that sweep. They bring the different receivers in motion from the left side and from the right side, Porter and Mosley. Well, they'll do that jet sweep and let them use their speed and get to the open area of the field. And Mosley did there for a nice 7-yard gain.
Since we've gone back to that 3-3 stack, they've been able to successfully run it because you're taking that fourth, basically, linebacker out of the mix because they're worried about the running game, man. I'd sell my soul on that 3-4 right now.
So the player helped off the field very gingerly on that ankle. Panthers will go from the 22-yard line of Georgetown, 2nd and 3. Reeves, the quarterback, in the backfield with Oakman off to his right side. 2 receivers left, 1 right, with the tight end set to the left end. He'll fake the handoff to to Oakman, keep it up the middle, and he goes nowhere. I believe it was Hargrove. Handed it.
Yep, Hargrove and Taylor and Beal on that combo there.
They hit him quickly. They're going to give him the line of scrimmage as the point that he gained back to the 22, but he got lucky there as Hargrove closed quickly.
Man, I'm sorry. I keep doing it. Langhorne came on a blitz from that left side of the line, and he's the one that initially got him by the ankles and started him down, man. He came around there like he was shot out of a pistol.
3rd and 3 now. The Panthers have it. Herman's going to take it, go to the left side. He's quickly chased down.
Boom.
And a big sack. 3 men of the Eagle defense pile on. After Herman is taken down back at the 29-yard line, back at the original line of scrimmage, Hargrove got his paws on him quickly, and then the double team to assist to finish off Reeves. And Reeves comes up a little gingerly.
Langhorne was in an assist on that tackle.
Yep.
There's 2 in a row now for Langhorne, doing a great job. He's coming in like you're right, shot out of a pistol.
He had a little flexed for it afterwards, too.
So a loss of 7 there brings up 4th and 10 for the Panthers, back to the 29-yard line of Georgetown. Hargrove and Langhorne, 2 big plays in a row on Reeves. Now Lucas, the quarterback, in the shotgun. He backs up. He's going to throw it downfield to Mosley, wide open at the 3, and he takes it in for a touchdown. Mosley catches the ball about the 3. He had about 2-yard lead on Taco Williams, and he makes the catch. What a beautiful pass there by Lucas. He came in cold off the bench and makes a beautiful pass to Mosley. for the touchdown for the Panthers.
Aaron Bazell got beat on that play because he bought the play action.
I think Taco got beat on that one.
That was 13.
Okay.
So it was not Williams. I apologize. Aaron Bazell gives up the coverage there. And that pump fake gave him about a yard or two step on him.
Yeah,
and that's all Mosley need. Now the kick, extra point is up. It's blocked. And it is no good. So another special teams play by the Eagles. They have a blocked punt. They have a blocked extra point now. So the score goes to 28-6. The Eagles lead it with 9:16 left here in the ball game after the Panthers score on a 29-yard touchdown pass from Lucas to Mosley. And now Georgetown will get the ball back, and I think we're right. There's a lot of running coming from this offense now.
A lot.
Now it's time to chew up some clock and let that defense get some Gatorade.
The defense has done a great job tonight. The first time you see them finally get broken, they've done a great job of giving some possessions where the Panthers have driven. They bend, but they don't break. And they got the field goal earlier that was short. The defense did their job. The offense responded and scored. And so, yeah, you like to see the effort. The tackling was good. But when that defense shifted back to that 3-3-5, the outside got exposed a little bit more. And that's where the Panthers started to drive there. And then Lucas with a beautiful pass on 4th and 10 to hit Mosley for that touchdown. The first score of the night for the Panthers. And so Lucas, it seems to be he's the passer now. It's pretty obvious he comes in. We need to be prepared for the pass.
Yeah, and they've been kind of rotating him. And he's been the passer. Reed? Is that the other quarter?
Reeves.
Yeah. Reeves has been really the running game, and I think he's one of their top rushers on the season, actually.
Looks like Georgetown is prepared for an onside kick. They've got about 7 men up from the 50 to the 40 prepared for the onside kick here. It looks like Lucas. Dave, can you see the kicker, number 2?
I cannot. He's been over right now.
It looks like he's trying to set it up all secretive like it's an onside kick attempt coming. And it does look like Lucas.
Yep, it's number 2 kicking.
So Lucas will go from a 29-yard touchdown, beautiful pass to Mosley, to the kicker of record here for the Panthers. 9:16 left in the ball game. And he's going to kick it down the middle of the field. A little squibber. Takes the hop, fielded at the 18-yard line. And right up the middle goes, Lachlan. His legs cut out from under him about the 34, 35-yard line. Or he may have hit pay dirt. That was
number 13 from Pflugerville with potentially a touchdown saving tackle there.
That's what we would call back in the day hind end over tea kettle. So, Galen let me know that Edie is now up 21 carries for 135 yards on the night. Oakman's got 12 carries for 64 yards. Total 195 yards rushing and 61 yards passing for Georgetown for 256 total yards to 152 total yards for Pflugerville.
Herman takes the shotgun snap, hands it off to the running back. He gets back to the line of scrimmage where he's taken down there.
He was going to keep it. He tried to pull it back and couldn't. Almost pulled it out of Edie's hands.
The running back there, it looks like number 24.
Yes.
Oh, it was.
Zane Quick. In the ball game, and now here goes. I guess that one of the Eagles gets off the field.
Now they got to give Pflugerville a chance to substitute if they want.
So no gain on the first run there by Quick. 2nd and 10 from the 35-yard line. Herman on the rollout. He's going to throw. He's at the 30, out to the numbers. He throws on the run, and the ball batted down. Defended well there on the sideline, about the 48 of Pflugerville for an incompletion. Kind of surprised to see the pass. We kind of talked about it thinking we'll see a lot of run here to get that clock running.
I saw one thing that I did like in that play is an incompletion, but he looked for his other receivers. He didn't just stare at one receiver, and Herman went down his progression and looked back way over his shoulder even.
Shotgun snap. Herman backs up. He drops back. Now he's going to throw downfield and through the hands of the receiver. Contact made early. Number 19, Tyler Fithian, unable to haul that one in as he.
More importantly, that stops the clock at 8:22. The offense is coming off the field, and they didn't chew much clock. I don't understand.
That possession started at 9:10 left in the ball game and didn't even get 1 minute off of the clock. 4th and 10 after 2 incompletions and a run of no yards. And so the Georgetown Eagles will punt the ball away from their own 35-yard line after a quick possession. Snap is back. The punt is off. He gets it high and to the right side on the far side of the field. It bounces at the 40. Takes the Georgetown bounce down past the 35. It'll keep rolling past the 31 down to about the 30-yard line. What'll be touch dead. Smart play by the defender there. He just kept letting the ball sit and let the clock run until they finally blew it dead at 8 minutes and 7 seconds. So that possession goes at technically a time of 1 minute and 3 seconds. Not what you want to see in the fourth quarter with a 28-6 lead for the Eagles. But now the defense quickly back on the field and having to go back to work.
Man, we've got, 100, almost 200 yards rushing, 61 yards passing. I don't get that play call.
And so the Eagles back on defense. They didn't get much rest there. 1 minute and 3 seconds of clock time for the offense and the 3 and out quickly. Pflugerville back with the ball, trailing by 22, 28-6. The lead for the Eagles. The shotgun snap to Lucas. He hands it off. Nope, fakes. Comes out the right side. Hits a pass at the 40-yard line. Taken down about the 46-yard line. A first down for the Panthers into the hands of Mosley, their receiver of record tonight, who's making some big catches. A gain of 16 yards and a first down for the Panthers.
Saul De La Rosa on the
That'll bring up first and 10.
First and 10, Panthers.
And the PA announcer makes sure we know it's a first and 10 for the Panthers. 7:45 left on the game clock. Lucas in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Near side hash marks the ball snap. Lucas, quick drop and pass up to the 50-yard line, and it's knocked out of his hands. A great defensive play there.
Great job, John Miranda, on that one.
Miranda made he timed that real well. As soon as the receiver went to get his hands on it, he was on him like all over. It's a great defensive play there to get the first, to knock it down. Let's just be safe.
Yeah.
It's a good play there. Unfortunately, it kills the clock, but no yards gained. It brings up 2nd and 10 for the Panthers.
Boy, we need a stop here.
Yes.
Because they put the ball in the end zone now. They're going to have some confidence.
2nd and 10. Lucas in at quarterback. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. 1 running back offset to his left. Lucas takes a shotgun snap. Quick pass out to the left side.
There it is.
Picked up. No, it's bobbled. Now it's caught. Now it's dropped. Oh, my goodness. The circus at the 50-yard line. Oh.
4 people touched that football.
Miranda, number 6, and number 20. Their eyes were wide open on that one.
Several opportunities for the turnover that might have just been the nail in the coffin for the Eagles. But unfortunately, it hits the ground. And the kind of funny thing is the receiver had a chance to catch it after the tips.
Yeah.
And he couldn't hold it in, so it brings up 3rd and 10 now from the 46-yard line for the Panthers. So a big 3rd down play here for the Eagle defense. Lucas with 2 receivers left, 1 right. Offset running backs to the left and right of Lucas. In the shotgun, he'll take the snap on the near side hash. He curls to the left, throws back to the right to the running back, number 24. He's hauled down quickly. The whistle's not blown. He stayed on his feet, and he's going to get a first down up to the 42 of Georgetown.
Looks like Matt Anderson had him all wrapped up. What happened?
He spun him, but he landed on Matt.
Oh, okay.
And he kept his feet.
I don't think he ever touched the ground.
Number 24, Cristobal Guzman. Great job. He never stopped running, and the near side lineman kept up with him and kept it, never blew it dead. That brings up a first down at the 42-yard line of Georgetown. So the Panthers keep going. 7 minutes, 21 seconds left on the game. Lucas in the shotgun with 2 receivers right, 1 left on the near side hash. Running back in motion to the right. It looks like he's going to go downfield. Lucas throws it downfield. Mosley trips up on number 13. That's going to be Aaron Bizzell. Bizzell just kept running. He had a better chance at the ball than Mosley. It was overthrown.
He did.
And Mosley falls down after tripping up on Bizzell's feet.
Yeah, some Pflugerville fans wanted a flag, but that was just good defense.
It was a great job by Bizzell there running. He was tracking the ball and had the best chance for it. And Mosley just did everything he could. Now, the funny thing is, Mosley does that and gets the flag thrown. Then he did his job. And so you got to credit him there for trying to do anything at that point. 2nd and 10 from the 42 of Georgetown. Lucas takes a shotgun snap, hands it off the middle, up past the 40 to the 39-yard line, a 3-yard run for the Panthers. Looks like it's Oakman still in there. And Oakman on the 3-yard gain. That'll bring up 3rd and 7 now for the Panthers.
That interior line, it's really hard for Pflugerville to get anything going up the middle, Corey. You know, you got Colby and Braden Hargrove and Connor Cummins, anchoring the line there. So.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of controlling that line of scrimmage, too.
A great tackle there by Colby Cummings as Oakman tried to get up the middle and got nowhere. 3rd and 7. Lucas fakes the handoff. Now he'll roll to the left. Try to throw on the run. He gets the pass off. It looks like it's caught, and he's quickly taken down, but there's a flag down in the middle of the field. It'll be enough for a first down to the 31-yard line. But it looks like it's going to be a holding or an illegal man downfield for the Panthers. Here comes the call.
Check you out.
A lot of motion there. Lucas fakes the handoff, and he does the bootleg around to the left side. A lot of time. And the Eagle defense did a great job of pursuing that motion.
Yep.
And one of the linemen squeaks down and gets caught.
58 for Pflugerville. Got a little too far out there.
Number 58, Noah De La Torre. And that'll be costly because the Panthers had a first down at the 31 of Georgetown, and now it'll be a long 3rd and 12 from the 44-yard line of Georgetown for the Panthers.
You can't blame the kid. He's looking for somebody to block, help out there, but they only get 3 yards in high school and college. It's 5 in the pros.
Interesting, the clock has been running this whole time.
6 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock and running. Lucas takes it. He's going to hand off to the running back now on the left side. He cuts back to the right. Oakman, he's going to be hauled down about the 40. No, he stays on his feet. Oh, my goodness. What a good job of running there by Oakman. He broke the tackle of Hargrove, surprisingly. And he's finally brought down by Aaron Bazell on the near side here about the 34-yard line. So a gain of about 8. And it brings up a short 4th and 3 now for the Panthers from the 34-yard line of Georgetown.
Slinging that kid's not going to do it. You got to wrap him up, put him on the ground.
That's the second time we've had a running back run off, roll over the top and keep his feet, and doing a great job there. And Oakman did it there to stay alive for the big 10-yard gain. 4th and 3 now from the 35 of Georgetown. Shotgun snap to Lucas. Quick pass out to the left side. At the 30, it's caught. He makes a move, gets up to the 25, making the 24-yard line. And I believe it was Mosley again, the weapon of choice tonight for the Panther passing game.
Unfortunately, our number 6 just played a little too deep, like that was going to be a deep ball, but you got to anticipate that short, quick pass, right, Kelly?
Yeah, you can't let him beat you to the end zone.
So it'll be up to the 24-yard line, a 10-yard gain and a first down.
And you got to have that over the help top from the safeties as well. So
now the Panthers, I tell you what, though, the Panthers have the ball. They are taking their time in between plays, surprisingly. They're down under 5 minutes now left in the ball game, still trailing 28-6. The Eagles lead it, but it's a 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line of Georgetown. Lucas in the shotgun snap with 2 receivers left, 1 right. And now a whistle blows, and
that was thrown from the end zone.
Delay
a game. So all of that, they waste a lot of time and then get a penalty on top of it. And so, but like you said, a lot of youth on the offensive side of the ball for the Panthers, and that had to show right there as you lose all that time on the clock and then get the 5-yard penalty. Brings up 1st and 15 now from the 29 of Georgetown.
Well, when you got that many young guys, you got to make sure they understand the play call, because what they're trying to do right now is all timing. And if your guy's not in the right spot, there's going to be a silver jersey running the football down the field for a touchdown.
Lucas is going to throw it up, a high wobbler into the end zone. A battle for it, and the catch made on the tip. I believe that's going to be 81. Donald Springs, what a catch. The ball was just thrown up like a wounded duck.
That pass seemed like it went up into the light ballards and hung up there in the air with a kite before it came back down.
I think we looked at football in the eye up here.
Like, this is going to be an interception, sure interception, and our defender just unfortunately kind of just stopped on that play a little bit.
Well, he got his hand on the football and tipped it, but tipped it right back to the receiver.
Springs caught it on his back. 1st and goal from the 3. And the handoff from Lucas in the shotgun to the running back, I believe 22 again, Oakman. And Oakman's going to take it in for the 3-yard touchdown. That's going to cut it to a 16-point lead for the Eagles, 28-12 with 4 minutes left in the ball game.
Looks like a 2-point attempt here for the Pflugerville Panthers.
They're going to go for 2 here with Lucas at the helm. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left in Donald Springs. Looks like he got 2 running backs in the backfield, offset on each side of Lucas. He'll take the shotgun snap about the 7-8 line. He's going to heave it up into the end zone to Mosley. And the ball hits Bazell in the helmet for an incompletion as he's watching Mosley.
Whatever it takes.
We got injury timeout, and now we need Georgetown to run the ball. Run. Burn the clock. 4 minutes.
One of the offensive linemen for Pflugerville rolling around about the 8-yard line.
Been a lot of guys limping off the field in this game, both sides.
It's been a physical game, a lot of hard hits and getting tangled up.
So the 2-point conversion, no good. That leaves our score 28-12. The Eagles lead the Panthers here in the fourth quarter. 4 minutes left in the ball game. The Eagles 4 minutes away from their first district win and the first step to making the playoffs. If they want to keep it going, they got to win tonight, and they've done a great job. I tell you what, this defense has put their time in on the field tonight, though, Kelly. And so you love the effort, and the last 2 drives, they've just been beaten down after so much time on the field in the first half. And so they've got to hopefully get a break here, maybe not even see the field again.
Well, Pflugerville's done a better job of executing on those last 2 drives, but also we got to look at Georgetown's tackling or lack thereof on some of those runs as well, not making sure that the ball carrier is on the ground, and it's cost a couple of times. So I'm sure the defensive coordinator is in some guys' ear holes right now.
And like you were saying, Dave, you can't always have the big hit. You got to wrap them up. And some of these, Hargrave making a tackle and some of the big hits they've laid on, it's very important. They wrap them up and get them to the ground. And it's impressive. 2 big runs by the Panther running backs, 2 different running backs, where they kept their feet. They used the body of the defender to stay up and make the Eagles pay. And so some little correction there. The big hit is wonderful as long as the player actually goes down. But the wrap-up is more important.
We got Emily down here on the sideline. I'm going to get her take on what she thinks about the game so far. What do you think?
I think that we're doing pretty good. It's been kind of a slow game in regards to, like, big plays and stuff, but I think our guys are doing good. And as long as we can hold them for these last 4 minutes, I don't think that we should have a problem walking out of here with the dub.
All right, thank you, Emily.
Absolutely. Going for the big dub. The kickoff by Luke. It's kind of a squibber to the near side here, but it goes out of bounds about the 25. And about 15 seconds later, the flag comes flying.
Yeah, I think he was making sure from the referee that nobody touched the ball.
So the flag goes down. The ball went out of bounds at the 25 of Georgetown. I'd assume you don't take a chance here and let them kick it again. You're going to take the yards and the ball with 4 minutes left in the game.
Free kick out of bounds, untouched. Pflugerville. 5 yards from out of bounds.
Hey, Dave, Coach Pat hadn't had a stroke yet, has he?
No, he was a little worked up at times there on the
Yeah,
sideline.
I could hear him a couple of times on your microphone.
I see Coach Bond walking off the field with a big smile on his face. I think he's looking forward, and I got to visit with I'll wait for just a second.
Herman takes the handoff, or the shotgun snap, hands it up the middle. Big run there by number 23, Edie. He stays hot. He takes it from the 30 all the way up to the 44-yard line to get a 14. And a big first down for the Eagles.
I got to visit with Alex Steele before they went out on this possession right here, and I kind of pointed to my clock, and he winked at me. He's like, oh, yeah. And I said, y'all are going to have some fun pushing everybody back, aren't you? And he's like, oh, yeah, here we go.
Yeah, when Coach Bond's walking back to the sideline with a grin, it involves blocking schemes for a run game.
1st and 10 from the 44. Herman takes the shotgun snap, hands it off to Edie around the left side, past the 45, up to the 47. That'll be a gain of 3 yards on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and 7. And Edie keeps just taking the ball one handoff at a time and adding up the yards. What a great game he's having so far.
He is.
For the Eagles tonight. And he's your go-to guy. You got to give him credit. He's played well, run the ball well, and he's been the workhorse.
If Thorson will keep that ball just one time and roll to the other side, I'll be happy.
He's back in the shotgun snap. He'll take it, fake the jet sweep, hand it to Edie up the middle. He gets past the 45, 46, 47-yard line. Make it the 48. They'll spot him there before he gets driven back. It'll be a gain of 2 up to the 48.
Brian Hargrove, number 54, was done with the play. And unfortunately, one of the other defenders was not, and just pile drove in.
So, Wally, we've got 1 timeout for the Panthers and 3 timeouts for the Eagles, so there's not really much the Panthers can do to stop this clock at this point, running down to 2:20.
Yeah, well, 2 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game. One more first down. It's 3rd and 6 here from the 48, a 1-yard gain there on that last one by Edie. Yeah, one more first down, and Pflugerville, no chance to really do anything at that point. So a big play here on 3rd and 6. Herman takes the ball. He's going to keep it right up the middle, and he's going to get the first down to the 40, past the 45-40, down to the 35, and brought down at the 34. fake the jet sweep, Herman up the middle, and a huge play. And you're right, Dave. I think that is going to just wrap it up because there is no – you can stop it once, but this ball gets set every time, and that clock is being drained down to about 2 or 3 seconds left on the play clock every time here by the Eagles.
Kelly, you got your wish there.
Yeah, was that a fake handoff and a quarterback keeper?
Yeah.
It looked like it.
It was beautiful.
Herman listening in.
Hartman says, "You're welcome."
He's in the shotgun, 2 receivers right, running back behind him, Edie. He's going to take the handoff. Past the 45, drives up to about the 35, up to about the 31. So a gain of about 3 yards there for Edie. The clock now at 1:17 and running.
I know Ryan's dad real well, and he's going to have to feed that boy and pack him in ice tonight.
He has taken a big night of hits, but he's done a great job of delivering some of those hits as well. Running the ball hard tonight. Number 23 just playing well. What a fun game to watch. My first experience watching and calling the Eagle game, and how impressive that Ryan Edie's just run the ball well.
Tough running back.
Herman in the shotgun, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Herman's going to turn, hand it to Edie. Up past the 30, breaks it up the middle, touch the 25, 20, cuts it back to the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Georgetown Eagles!
Nice.
And now a penalty comes in after the play. So some kind of after play activities. Several flags flew, but that doesn't discount the 31-yard touchdown run by Ryan Edie. Singing his praises. He's going to be pushing about 200 yards tonight, Kelly.
It's official. Jackson Tingley's taking off his traffic safety vest, so they're not calling too many more plays tonight.
The official taking his time.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 50, Georgetown. That foul will be enforced on the kickoff. Touchdown is good.
Connor Heffernan.
Unsportsmanlike call there against Connor. Didn't see what happened as the pile moved into the end zone area after the 31-yard touchdown run by Edie. 34-12, the Eagles lead it. And the extra point attempt here for the Eagles. Snap is back and down. The kick is up and good again for number 16, Isaac Weenan. 35-12, your Georgetown Eagles lead it with 38 seconds left on the clock.
That leg swing on those kicks has gotten a little more confident.
Absolutely.
Through the game. Those first couple were a little tentative, but that's good to see that young man kicking the ball well.
Done a great job of stepping in when you're your main kicker that is deadly from quite a distance. Why pressure him back too soon?
How about this? Taylor Beal says, Coach, let me be a headhunter.
Yeah, I heard him calling for a headhunter, and now he just told him to get out of here, right?
Coach Pat's like, get out of there. That's awesome.
When you like to hit, you like to hit. And evidently, there's so much activity going on after some of these plays. And I think Tyler knew what was going on there. He wanted one more opportunity to lay the wood on somebody. So now Georgetown will be kicking off from their own 25 after the 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalty.
Well, we got the wind at our back. It's a little bit, probably 3-4 miles an hour, still out of the south-southeast.
Doppler Dave on cue.
Always at it, you know.
Man, fireman.
And so now,
cops.
Now that's enough out of you too. Number 16, Isaac Weenan. Now here's an opportunity, Kelly. Test that leg. Kick a nice deep boot. It doesn't look like he is. He only has a 3-step drop, but he'll kick it from the 25. Nice little squib kick down the middle. Bounces past one of the defenders. He'll fall on it about the 25-yard line.
That worked out swimmingly.
So that squib kick, quite difficult to field there for the Panthers, and they'll take over at their own 28-yard line with 36 seconds left.
Coach Mike Adams pats him on his lid as he comes off the field. Longhorn legend.
I tell you what, you couldn't ask for more from that young man, the kicker tonight. He's done a great job.
Yep.
His kicks have all been in bounds and effective. His extra points have all been good. And like you said, that leg swing has gotten more and more confident. And you love to see that. You go and get some players to try to fill in and help this team out, and you couldn't ask for anything better tonight. So Isaac has done a great job, and props to that young man to come in a big game. Handoff from Lucas to Mosley on the jet sweep to the right side. He breaks the tackle, gets up past the 35 to the 40. And flags come in. Looks like it may be a holding on the Panthers. Enough for a first down run, but that looks to be negated. got the pump fake on the call from the referee. Now he's going to get some conversation with the linesman, side judge here. But Pflugerville's backing up, so they'll go instead of a. There's going to be a holding on the lineman, number 60, Blake Marler. So that's going to negate a nice little 12-yard run by Mosley and take it back to a first and 20 for the Panthers with 26 seconds left. The clock is started up again, and it doesn't look like they're going to run another play. They're giving signs. But the clock under 20 seconds now. Lucas is going to call it. He's in the shotgun with 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right from the far hash mark. He'll take the shotgun snap, hand it to Oakman. Oakman hit quickly. He gets about 2 yards, maybe 1 yard, and he's stacked up and driven back. That's going to be the ball game. 35-12. The Eagles are going to win it, and they'll move to 4-3 on the season, 1-2 in district play. And the Pflugerville Panthers will drop to 1-3. I'll have to look at it again.
Yes,
1-3 in district play, and 2-6 on the season as the players meet at the midfield stripe. So we'll take a quick timeout. Be back with some stats here to finish up the night and a big Eagle win in Pflugerville at the field.
Let's see if we can get an interview with Coach.
We'll keep it here. We're going to keep it here for a minute.
He's not quite here. I want to get those stats too, so I can ask him about the running game.
And Kelly's going to talk to Galen, our statistician up here, and see what you got to be impressed, Kelly, Dave, the effort by Edie tonight. I just can't say it enough. Getting to watch this game and call this game, that young man ran lights out. Had to be close to 200 yards in the way he ran that ball. And so, impressive game from Edie. An impressive game by this team to come out and with their backs to the wall and put a big W on the board. It looks like the players coming all the way over and shaking hands with it. Looks like number 1.
Number 6.
Number 6, Patrick Onya. He is on crutches with 1 shoe off, 1 cleat off. And so that young man, obviously, we saw him go down earlier, so obviously something very wrong with that right ankle as he was helped off very gingerly. Go ahead, Dave.
Coach, congratulations on the victory.
Thanks,
you get to slap a 4th star on the fellas' helmets tomorrow or whatever. A lot of names we kept calling. Obviously, Taylor Beal all over the field.
Yep.
You've got Edie. What a great game for him tonight.
Big job.
And then how about the kicking game, number 16?
I know it. I know. Izzy did a great job coming in, just stepping in, and Matt's almost kind of ready, so we're going to end up with 2 kickers. But no, that was really good. Ike had a good job. He did a great job for us tonight.
That's awesome. Good district win,
right,
Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Kelly, Wally, back up to y'all.
And we look at the Georgetown Eagles as they face the visitor stands and the band getting ready to play the Georgetown alma mater. What a great night. A beautiful night of high school football. A beautiful game by these Georgetown Eagles. The defense, I tell you what, the challenge they faced tonight to step up. You're 3-3, you're 0-2 in district, and it starts here. 1-0. Now you got to go to 2-0 next week.
Right.
And this defense did it. They bent some here and there, but he didn't break much. And after so much, a couple of great plays by the Panthers, and you got to give credit where that credit's due. Lucas on that beautiful pass to Mosley, the runs by the running back, staying on their feet and keeping the ball alive. And so, but this defense, they answered the call. That defensive line was deadly.
They really did. And those 3 big guys up front really did a fantastic job of controlling that line and keeping Pflugerville from really being able to get rolling until late in the game when the game was almost out of reach. But this is exactly what this Georgetown team needed. They needed this to get back on track, in focus, and start making that push to try to get to the playoffs, be that 3rd or 4th team in the district, so that when the playoffs start, it's a whole new season, and you never know what's going to happen. So, hopefully they can gain that 3rd spot in the playoffs so they're not running up against the district champion in the first round of the playoffs. But a great game tonight. Still some things to work on, still some things that you can coach up, but much, much better performance out of these Eagles tonight. Glad to see it, and they'll celebrate this one tonight and then start getting ready tomorrow for next week.
So we'll take a short break. We'll be back here to close it out with hopefully a couple of little stats to give you to close the night out after a big Georgetown win here in Pflugerville. So keep listening. We'll be back in just a minute here on SHN Sports coverage of Georgetown Eagle football.
This is Matt Diaz, kicker. This is Taylor Beal, linebacker. This is Jordan Oldorf, quarterback.
This is RJ Moreno, running back.
This is Corey Coleman, wide receiver. This is Taco Williams, defensive back, and you are listening to Georgetown Eagle Football on SHN Sports.
Bring it back. Yeah. Welcome back here to SHN Sports coverage of Georgetown Eagle football. The Georgetown Eagles victorious tonight here in Pflugerville against the Pflugerville Panthers, 35-12. A big district win, their first of the year. It breaks a lot of snides. They get off the 3-game losing streak. Now they got the 1-game winning streak. Next week they're going to be at home against a tough Maynard Mustang team. Diamond, is Doppler Dave available still, or has he already shut it down over there on the sideline? I don't know.
I think he's headed up.
And so it'll be a tough contest next week for the Eagles as they'll face Maynard at home. But the good thing, they'll have them at home and the confidence of a big win here. And so, Kelly, what do we got? The big key, I just wanted to see the stats for Edie. That young man was so impressive tonight and had a great game, and I want to make sure I call him out.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you wait. I'm gonna go through the team stats first, and then we'll get to Edie. Georgetown had 14 first downs to Pflugerville's 12. Georgetown had 1 fumble, and they lost that fumble. Pflugerville had 2 fumbles, but they didn't lose either one of those fumbles. Penalties, 4 penalties for the Eagles for 40 yards, 13 penalties for 115 yards of penalties against Pflugerville tonight. Georgetown had 40 rushes for 265 yards. Pflugerville had 38 rushes for 154 yards. 61 yards passing for the Eagles on 4 of 17 in the passing game. 118 yards passing for Pflugerville there at the end. They started putting up some numbers in the passing game, but they were 9 for 24, 1 interception, and total of 53 plays for Georgetown for 326 total yards, 62 plays for 372 yards for Pflugerville. Edie had 26 carries for 187 yards tonight, so great night for him. Oakman had 19 carries for 94 yards. Herman had 18 carries for 69 yards, so great for the Georgetown offense tonight. Defense played well. Pflugerville got some, I guess what people would refer to as some trash time yards, but the game wasn't quite out of reach at that point, and they did a good job of getting some stuff going there at the end, and that gives them some stuff that they can work on too. But Edie was impressive tonight, almost 200 yards rushing.
What a great job of that young man. Just impressive to watch on my first go here. I thought Herman did a great job of controlling the offense. The great 37-yard touchdown pass of the yards. That big pass there to Tyler Pithian for the touchdown was big there in the first half. And so a great job by this offense. They came out, they answered the call. And Dave is down there on the sideline. Let's see if we can pull him back in here before we close it out. There he is, Doppler Dave, doing the best that he does, just standing around like a lot of firemen do. Dave, do you give any score updates before we leave?
Oh, yes. Okay.
That's going to be a no, but hang on, and I will. Let me pull this out of my cargo pocket pants.
All right, final down in Maynard is 42-17 over. No, I'm sorry. Hang on. Come back to me here in a second. Let me get this fixed.
All right. I don't know if you heard us, Dave, talking about Edie. I think he ended with
187 yards.
187 yards rushing. And just a great job tonight. And you'd like to see him punch a couple of those into the end zone, which was awesome to watch. So he gets rewarded after that one long run and that one series where they kept going back to him, and then Quick gets the 9-yard touchdown. Right. You wanted to see Edie get rewarded for some of those big carries, and he did, and made a couple of big plays. And Herman with that touchdown run and the nice pass to Pithian for the touchdown. And then the defense. I mean, how many names do you keep calling out a lot? Bill, Hargrove, Cummings.
Everybody, Valencia.
Yeah, Valencia's name. The second half had a good second half of tackling.
Yeah.
And so that defense was all over tonight, and a good job there. And so.
Yeah, you got some youngsters making some plays too, so speaks well for the future, not only of this season, but as we go forward.
Well, Conley is closing in on Maynard out there. It's 41-35 with 4:40 remaining in the fourth quarter out in Maynard, so still a close game.
6 points.
And then Hutto and Cedar Park. Hutto leads 16-13 with 2:46 remaining in that game, so that's a close one, probably a pretty exciting game. Well, a defensive struggle sounds like over there at Gupton Stadium.
Wow, 16-13, quite the ball game that we expected. A big battle there between the two.
And
two powerhouses.
And then somebody from this district might see in the playoffs is Seguin Matadors are up 40-14 over McCallum Knights. So that's interesting to see there. So
is that the district that Georgetown matches up with, the Seguin district?
That was our first round. I think Dripping Springs is in that district too, and some Austin teams. And of course, we can't ignore Westlake 62-17 over Del Valley. So
I was listening to Craig Way's show earlier in the week on local station here, and he was talking to Todd Dodge of Westlake. You talk about being prepared and coming back from a big 1-point loss to Lake Travis. And Todd was respectful of Del Valley, and you give it to Coach Dodge. Hey, Del Valley has averaged almost 60 points their last 2 or 3 ball games.
Right.
And for Westlake to go out there and hang that on them is impressive. Westlake's a great team, and they lost to a great Lake Travis team. But what a performance to come back from a big defeat last week and put those numbers on a good Del Valley team.
So any hometown folks listening in as well, the Glen Grizzlies defeated Eastview 35-28.
Wow, what a ball game there. So that Glen team is dangerous. They're still undefeated, I believe.
Yeah.
With that. And Eastview's a good ball club. So we'll check around. Here at SHN Sports, you got different games. The Hutto game's still on. You can switch over to that here in a minute. The Football Friday show is still going on. I thank you for the opportunity. To Rob, I appreciate the opportunity to call the game tonight. I had a great time here with Kelly up in the booth and with Doppler Diamond Firefighting Dave on the sideline. And I keep wanting to call him Diamond Dave for some reason. But I appreciate the call. Nathan, all the work up here in the booth, and our statistician, Waylon Gilnicki. Galen.
You got it back.
Galen Welnicki. I appreciate the opportunity. What a fun opportunity to call the game tonight, and I love the fact that they won a big ball game here on the road. And so for SHN Sports, we thank you for listening in, and hope you join us next week. I believe Rob or maybe
back home in Manor.
Back home.
Yeah, back home in Manor. I think the call will be Brad
Tillery may be back on the call. I'll be in Academy, Texas, with the Gerald Cougars. And so, but I appreciate the opportunity. I enjoyed it, Kelly.
Great call tonight, Wally. It was a lot of fun. Appreciate you, buddy, and it's good to see you again. Thanks for your hard work tonight.
So all the fans out there, we appreciate it. Your Georgetown Eagles win the ball game 35-12 here in Pflugerville to move to 4-3 on the season, 1-2 in district.
We will be posting video tonight of the game, so after midnight sometime we'll post a video on YouTube so you can come back and watch the video as well.
And some of those big hits that you saw earlier, and maybe someone even stumbling out of the Eagle chamber. But for Kelly Duvall and Doppler Dave and Nathan and Galen Welnicki, I'm Wally Harmon. Thanks for listening to Georgetown Eagle Football on SHN Sports.
Good night, folks.